Okay. Hello, hello, everyone. Hi. Yes, yes, that is quite literally all that we can do for ourselves. But yeah, thank you, Microwave. I hope you're doing well too. Um, yeah, oh my god, Big Feet, Big Socks. It's so nice to see you. I have, I missed you. I haven't seen you in such a long time. I'm kind to stream. Oh, yes, Microwave, that's right. You have to be kind to me. And hi, 𝐒𝐿. Hi, hi. Thank you for coming in. I honestly wasn't thinking about streaming tonight. I I took a nap and like it's been and now I'm awake, so now it's kind of just like yeah, like I'm awake and I know I usually stream now anyways, so I got to stream. That's what has happened. Um you keep missing streams. It's okay, Big Feet, Big Socks. It's all right. I know time zones are crazy. But I am always happy to see you, and I'm happy that you're here with me now, so thank you. And Microwave, oh, Microwave, thank you for the hug. Thank you, I love hugs. Yes, Microwave, you have to be nice to me now. Wahaha. Just for, was it 2 streams? Yeah, yeah, 2 streams. But yeah. Um, I don't know. I'm just tired. But like, not tired at the same time. You don't mind. Okay, Microwave. Thank you, Microwave. But yeah, but tonight we have a funny, silly Otome game. It's been a while since I played an Otome game, and I really wanted to play an Otome game again. That's kind of what my account was for. The reason why I wanted to Twitch in the first place was because I wanted to play Otome games or visual novels in general. And we have a special one. It's called Seduce Me. I'm kind of sick, so I'm normally more kind of. Okay, okay. I see, Microwave. I see. But, make sure you take care of yourself, Microwave. Make sure you're eating and staying hydrated and all that good stuff. Yeah. But yeah, I expect it to be kind of a slow night. No one is really into Otome games, and I don't expect you guys to love it either. But either way, I hope you enjoy as I try to seduce these men. Okay, good Microwave, good job. Yeah, it's wanna riz up some demon boys and see what happens. And there is voice acting in this, so I don't have to talk as much, which is great. Because if I feel like my voice will be drained by the end of the night, especially because I kind of woke up from a nap. Yes, we're gonna be seducing the boys. Oh, big socks, you're so sweet. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe these men won't like me. I don't know, big socks. They could be hard to pull in. I'm gonna need some really good pickup lines from chat to help me out. Okay, but yeah. Also, how's the audio quality, you guys? Do I sound okay? Do I sound clear? Is something like not sticking? Are my words not coming through properly? Because last stream. Okay, okay. I'll miss you, Microwave. I'll miss you. Okay, thank you, Big Socks. Thank you. I'm gonna need those good pickup lines. But yeah, because last stream I noticed that my audio quality was kind of poo-poo. Because you're so sweet. Oh my god, you're making me blush. Not the sweet. I don't know about all that, but thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, but yeah. I don't know what happened last year. I think it's because I had the fan on, but it was hot, so whatever. But yeah. You know, it's been a while since we've had a ultimate game, so I'm excited. Are you guys ready? Are you ready to watch? Are you ready to come in? Ooh, exciting. I am ready. I'm ready to meet these pretty boys. Okay, but with that said, also, for anyone who forgot, I have a 5-second delay. Just because my internet is poo poo pee pee. So yeah, it's a 5-second delay. So just in case I respond to something late, that's why. So I'm sorry in advance, but yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's head over to the game screen. Boop, where am I? Ah, there I am. Hi. Okay, the game is super pretty. We have 5 potential mates, lovers, whatever you wanna say they are, beings that we will riz up. Okay, big fingers off. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Thank you. Okay, how does the game sound? Sounds okay? Too loud? Too low? Just let me know. Riz victims. Yeah, we're gonna get them one by one. They're all gonna fall for the bunny girl. Just as you have, of course. Come on, you guys. You guys love me, right? Right? You'd never leave me, right? You'd stay with me, right? Yeah. We're just gonna... Yes, this is the goal. We're gonna become yandere bunny girl for these men. Yeah, you are a victim, that's for sure. Okay, but I'm excited. Okay. I do know that I have to read a lot, or at least quite a bit, so we'll see. I don't plan on going for that long. Maybe just like an hour or so, because I have to wake up early. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Gotta get my bunny and tail and ears checked out. Make sure that I'm safe and healthy. But yeah. Okay. This is a fictional interactive narrative. Any character resembling to real-life people are purely coincidental. Sounds like fun. I don't know if the doctor is what I would consider fun, but yeah, we'll go with that. Okay. Also, please know that the following game is made for PG-16 audiences. Please know that sexual violent themes are explored in this game. Trigger warnings, abuse, implied rape, and suicide. You have been warned. There's your trigger warning, people of right now and people of the future. If I had my mod in, I'd probably have them write this down. But we're all adults. This is an 18+ stream. I think you guys will be fine. Please enjoy.
Why, hello. My, aren't you a gorgeous sight? Can I be honored enough to know your name?
Excuse me? Sir? Sir? Sir, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that voice acting? I kind of want to like it. She's already tapped out. Did I just get that to say? Not the sexy voice jump scaring. He wants to know my name, you guys. My name. What's my name again? Oh no, I forgot my name. Let's see. What was my name again? Oh yes, of course. My name was Ro Bunny. Should I just have him call me Bunny? No. Ro Bunny is better, yeah? Yeah, we'll go with that.
A lovely name for a lovely person like you. Wonderful.
I realized that it might have been a little too loud, so I had to turn down the voice. My bad, you guys. I'm sorry. If it's too loud, please let me know. I turned it down just a tad.
Eric, do your job.
Yeah, who's Eric?
Very well. This game was produced by Seraphim Entertainment under the direction of Michaela Laws and is powered by Ren'Py Visual Novel Engine. We truly hope you'll enjoy this story. I know.
Eric.
Ah! I skipped. I pressed by accident. No, I can't go back. Okay, thank you. I'll turn it down. I'm sorry. I'll turn it down.
Fine. Farewell, my sweet.
Let me know if it's too low. I had to turn it down kind of low. But yeah. Somewhere. Whoa.
Come on. Is that all you got?
Well, I don't...
Wanna try me, asshole?
Ooh. The drama. The tea. What's happening? I don't know.
Crap! Missed.
Oh.
Let's retreat for now.
No kidding. Let's get out of here.
Oh.
That's right. You better run, you stupid punks. Stay out of our territory.
Whoa, territory. What's happening? I don't know what's happening. Call it fate or call it coincidence. The one moment of violence started a chain of events I will never forget.
This formula, created in the 70s, is one of the most important in the field of financial theory.
Ooh.
It is used to calculate the price of European-style options and is widely used by option marketers, though there are some discrepancies that are now corrected with the modern viewpoint.
Okay. Learning new things. I really enjoyed this Ultimate game because I really feel like I don't have to read a lot, which is literally the best thing possible ever. But this is Miss Phillips? Rain. It's been a long time since we've gotten rain around here, but it is the season for rainy weather, so it's not exactly that surprising. Personally, I loved the sound of it. The way the raindrops fell, like the soft tapping of fingers. It was soothing. Even looking at the droplets hit the glass of the window was strangely calming. For this reason, I felt lucky for having a seat next to the window, though I did spend more time standing outside than I did paying attention in class. I said staring. Was I late? No, Zane, you are not late. We have not met any of the men yet. Don't worry. I know what you're here for. The lectures in class were pretty boring. Her name was Miss Phillips. Yes. Miss Phillips' voice was sporadic, but I just wasn't interested in what she was saying. And since it... Good lord, words. And since it was the period right before lunch, all I could think about was doing other things in my free time. Honestly, I didn't really care much for economics. Sure, I had good grades in this class, but it was only because I read the textbook and did my assignments as I had to. I was only taking this class because it was mandatory. If it were up to me, I would probably have taken another course. Luckily, it was my senior year, so after this semester, it would mean the end of high school courses forever. Thank God for that. I didn't hate high school. It was just kind of mundane, how the days drifted on, as if there were no end to it. The only thing I really enjoyed about going to school was meeting with my friends and hanging out with them, but that was kind of it. Mood. Honestly, same. My high school experience. In short, I was done with high school. The start of second semester brought a note of finality to it. I had already applied to so many universities the semester prior, and I was expecting replies sometime in the next few months. She's just like us for real. Hi, Puny. Hi. It's nice to see you. Hi. I'm a bit, but I need to drive and go to house stuff. Okay. Thank you, 𝐿𝐿. Be safe, 𝐿𝐿. Be safe. It seemed like the start of something new. Something that would change. That is, if things could change. I stared at the faint outline of raindrops in the distance. For now, I was stuck in this class.
Miss Anderson.
Ooh, yes, ma'am. Miss Phillips' raised voice interrupted my train of thought. Just when I was thinking about class, I quickly turned my head to face the teacher. Hopefully she didn't pick me just because she noticed that I was spacing out. Yes, ma'am.
Would you care to name the equation I set up on the blackboard?
No. Oh, I think I read about that in the textbook last night. It should be the Black-Scholes? Sure. The Black-Scholes model formula.
Very good as always, Miss Anderson.
Well, we're a bit of a smartass, aren't we? Anderson. It followed me wherever I went. Most people didn't really know me by my first name, but rather my surname. Huh? Same. No doubt, since the surname was the trademark of the internationally famous and philanthropic, oh my god, big words, Anderson Family Toys, and because the founder was my own grandfather. Suzu, one of my best friends, turned around and proudly gave me a punch to the shoulder.
Kick ass, girl.
Thank you, Suzu. Damn. From beside me, I heard Naomi, another one of my best friends, clearing her throat in obvious disapproval of Suzu's choice of words.
She means good job.
Thank you, Naomi.
Miss Capini,
Oi.
care to tell me who the creators of this formula were?
Some guys named Black and Scholes.
I microwave.
Fisher Black and Myron Scholes.
Yes, Naomi. Another smartass.
Very good, Miss Patterson.
Show off. Better study next time, Suzu. Be like us and study once in a while.
Damn. That's a little backhanded compliment. Suzu rolled her eyes and slouched into her chair as Naomi gave her a small smirk. She always pouted when Naomi showed her.
That's the end of today's lecture. Now, let's separate into groups and work on your projects. Remember, everything is due on Monday. Go ahead now.
Okay, we'll go ahead now. It does look a say-so for now. Before I knew it, Suzu and Naomi had scooted their desks to align with mine, and we turned into the Three Musketeers. Whenever the teacher let the students decide on groups, we always grouped together in our little trio. It was a sheer stroke of luck that we all managed to be in the same class, so we had to at least take the opportunity and stick together as much as we could. Where's the hubbies? They're coming, Zane. They're coming. Don't even worry. I am 1% say so. Honestly, very in character. Besides, we were most comfortable around each other than, say, compared to being around any other classmate. It just made sense for us to put our heads together for any kind of project. I took out the poster we were working on and rolled it open onto the 3 desks. We were pretty much finished with fulfilling most of the guidelines for the project, though we did still have to do an odd few finishing touches here and there. Don't worry, bunny, you'll get to the 100% soon. Thank you, Microwave, thank you. I don't know if I want to be 100% say so, but we'll see. After working on making the poster a bit prettier, we sat back and inspected our work to see what we still had to do. The 76, Zane. Wow, okay, I see you. Feeling a little different tonight? Naomi, as usual, was the first to look for any issues. She lightly tapped a pencil against her chin, staring intently at the project. This is false.
So let's see. We finished the budgeting section, the building leasing, and the cost for labor. What else do we need?
Suzu straightened up to look. Oh my god. Suzu straightened up to look at the poster and stroked her chin. After a few seconds, her face brightened and she spoke up.
How about a company name? Huh? Did we really skip over that?
Aw, that's tough.
Of course we did. You always go straight into the logical statistics and stuff that you completely skip over the facts. We need a name for our project.
We do need a name. What else do we need? Hubbies. You're right, Zane, you're right.
At least we caught it this time. What do we name it? Not sure.
Nom. You want to
What do you
nom
think?
me? It always came down to me. Whenever there was something to be named or titled, I was the master and ending decision, even when I didn't want to be.
I like Trinity Corporation.
Demon hobbies.
That is way too predictable. How about
Dragon
the
Company.
Dragon Company?
Interesting choice.
What do dragons have to do with our project?
I don't. Honestly, I don't know either.
What? It's a totally unpredictable name. It's hot.
Is it? Is it now?
But our company sells bubblegum.
Not the bubblegum.
Who said we can't produce spicy bubblegum?
Spicy bubblegum. I like that prospect. We love spicy bubblegum. Dragon hobbies.
What do you think? Yeah. What do you think?
I don't know. What do I think? Both of them looked at me expectantly, even though I wasn't quite sure myself. I didn't really want to choose sides, but if it were up to me, I would say they're selling bubblegum. I think Trinity Corporation sounds just fine.
Bah, fine. Be lame.
Oh, come on, Suzu. Don't be like that, girl.
Alright, now that we've decided on a name, now what?
I don't know. As we ended our name game, a giggle scrambled my thoughts. Whoa. Lisette. Huh? Who is that?
Ignore it. It's just Lisette.
I looked over my shoulder to see her laughing with her circle of friends, mostly compromised of popular people that were practically friends with everyone in the school. And as a result, everyone in the class knew them. In the center of it all was Lisette White. She sat with a posture that indicated she was still working, but that she also was ready to casually chat about her day. She had an endearing balance of charismatic and awkward, which was readily apparent when she first talked to someone. The game still sounds so, yes. It was easy to make her smile and laugh, and she was quite the comedian as well. Basically, she was perfect. Not that she was like a robot or something, but she was the student that everyone else wanted to be. Lisette was bright, easygoing, and above all, had her future laid out right in front of her. Unlike the average student, she knew what she wanted to do after high school, and as a result, she was confident and ambitious, though sometimes it could rub a lot of people the wrong way. Moreover, I had known her ever since I was young, but it had ultimately resulted in a rivalry that continued today. Of course, my friends knew that what was between us, and upon seeing me glance at her, they shifted their attention to her.
She doesn't even look like she's working, in my opinion.
Thank you for the headbands, microwave. Thank you.
She probably is, but she's too much of a stuck-up priss to allow herself to look like she's actually doing work.
Oof. Damn. Okay.
Oh, come on, Suzu. She may be a little off-putting, but she's not the giant priss that you're making her seem to be. The day she isn't a priss is the day I turn into you.
Whoa, Suzu, chill.
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, why are you being so mean, Suzu?
Never mind.
Okay.
It's about time. Let's bail.
For sure. Whoa, she's zooming. She zoomed. You like Suzu saying? Yeah, she says she's an interesting character. Unsurprisingly, Zuzu was the first out of the classroom, slinging her backpack over her shoulder with ease as she quickly strolled out the door.
Her seat isn't even closest to the exit, and she always manages to be the first one out of the door. I don't think I'll ever understand that.
It's called determination, baby. Me and you both. I wish I was as fast as her getting out of here. Yeah. Naomi folded her arms close to her chest, giving me a disappointed look.
Oh, not you too. She's turning you into a delinquent.
I don't know, Naomi. You're just a little words. The voice, yeah, the voice acting is nice. It's a nice, little buffer, I think, between my voice, because then I don't have to strain myself. It's a joke, Naomi.
Well, it's not really funny.
Oh.
Man, you guys are slow. Are you coming or what? We heard you the first time. Not everyone has rocket boosters attached to their legs when the bell rings.
Yeah. We're delinquent. Hell yeah. Hi, Cal. Welcome in. I hope you had a good end of stream.
Are you kidding me? That class was ridiculously boring. Even Miss Valedictorian here was dozing off a bit.
I do have to admit I was spacing out. And just because I answered one question doesn't mean I'm automatically the valedictorian.
Okay, so it wasn't too interesting. But you should at least pay attention when Phillips is talking about the important parts.
Valedictorian. Yeah. Did I say that wrong? Is that not? That's how you say that. Zane, please give me a second to get myself. Yeah, I did. I need to eat. Okay, Cal. Go eat. Go get your munchies.
So you finally admit it. We're finally on the same wavelength. Welcome to the club, Patterson.
Okay, Zane, you might give me a second to kiss myself, please.
Please, don't call me by my last name. This isn't the classroom. Never in a million years will we ever see things eye to eye.
Uh-oh. Despite this, they both burst out in laughter. Normally, anyone would think that that opposites like them wouldn't ever associate with each other. But even though we were so different, their friendship somehow made a lot of sense. Maybe they were just perfect complements, or oh my god, my brain. Maybe they were just perfect complements. Our personality just didn't dictate the possibility of their friendship. After all, we three had been best friends since preschool.
Alright, so where are we heading to first? Cafeteria? I think we can all agree that we're really hungry, especially after hearing about our company's line of deliciously spicy bubblegum.
Oh, microwave. Please make sure you get a blankie or warm. I guess, well, you already are warm. Just get cozy. It's gonna be a lot of listening ASMR type beat stream.
Who would even buy that? I wonder.
Me? I would pay good money to get a taste of it.
You do like spicy food after all. We entered the cafeteria, a bustling room filled with the aromas of different kinds of food. As we get in line, we order our meals and chatted freely. I'm glad you're cozy, microwave. Yes, cozy time only.
Cajun fries and the spicy chicken burger for me. That's my definition of a good meal.
Oh my god, that actually sounds super freaking good. I'm getting hungry. This is not good. I'm getting hungry, y'all. I might make a sandwich later.
I'll take a tuna sandwich and some juice. You're probably going to need water or something to curb all that spicy flavor, Suzu.
I can't be tamed by the likes of that. If it's spicy, then it's gotta be all or nothing.
Okay, Suzu, I see you.
You're crazy.
Just a tad.
Hell yeah, I'm crazy.
Whoa. Cajun fries and spicy chicken burger. Dude, Zane, it sounds like it tastes so good. Like, it makes me so hungry.
I think I'm getting a migraine.
Oh, Naomi, that's some tough shit. I think I'll go with just mac and cheese and soda. I really like Cajun fries and spicy chicken. I just ate two. Oh no, Zane, oh no. Suzu, please. Yeah, okay. Might as well go spicy today. Once we got our food, we settled down at one of the empty tables, putting our backpacks aside to finally dig into the food. It does sound yummy. Suzu leaned back in her chair, tilting it back so that she could rest her feet on the table by her food.
Alright then. Is there anything we want to talk about?
Interesting.
Bored already?
I know. Let's talk about...
Say boys and I will never speak to you ever again.
Oh.
Aw, why not?
Oh, she wants to get into the juicy. Now you like Naomi, right, Zane? She's trying to get into the hubbies. She's trying to lean in. She's trying to lean in.
What's so interesting about talking about guys? Not like any of us are gonna get boyfriends anytime soon.
Oh, thank you, Microwave, for the dino nuggies. Also, damn, Suzu. Have faith. Have faith, girl. We'll get boys. We'll get boyfriends.
We don't know that. What if one of us does get a boyfriend?
Yeah.
Like that's going to happen, Naomi. Look at us. I'm a tiny Italian. You're a ditzy blonde.
Suzu. Damn, girl. Damn, chill. Suzu's really... Alright, Naomi, I like where you're headed. Suzu is a little...
Hey!
Yeah, hey indeed.
No offense. And Anderson here. Well, I guess she could land a boyfriend or girlfriend if she wants.
Wow, Suzu likes us. Suzu likes us. Come on now. She just...
Or girlfriend?
She can be a lesbian if she wants.
Yeah, I can be a lesbian if I want. Come on, Naomi, have an open mind.
True.
Yeah. That's okay, Suzu. I'm not sure I want a boyfriend yet.
Why not? It's our senior year. Might as well get a boyfriend.
Why are they hard pressing me about this? Well, not her.
Maybe she's just not interested in a relationship, Suzu.
Yeah, I can be a strong, independent woman. It's 2023 and we get with the times. Well, it really wasn't about wanting a relationship, but more of there was no one interesting enough to be in a relationship with. Don't get me wrong, I'm an open person, but there were not many interesting guys in the school to go out with. Who knows? Time will tell. Naomi looked at me, wanting to continue the conversation. However, before she could speak, the speakers in the cafe started up, and an announcement echoed through the cafeteria.
Miss Anderson,
High standards.
come to
I
the
like her.
office immediately. Please bring your things with you.
I like her as well. MC is independent. We love it.
Oh my.
She knows what she wants.
Looks like our plans have been cut short. The men in white coats have finally come to get you.
Jeez, Suzu.
Suzu, don't joke around. What if it's serious?
Fine. If something happens, just call us.
Yes, ma'am. Funny enough, something did happen. And it was certainly no laughing matter. Cold. It was really cold. The rain became heavier that afternoon, accompanied by rolling thunder now and then. The skies had turned dark, though I couldn't see any of it under the black umbrella. Not that I was looking up. In fact, looking up was the exact opposite of what I wanted to do. I stared at the grass beneath my feet, unable to look up at the people weeping around me. All I could see was the damp grass underneath my feet. We'll call you two unless we're kidnapped by a handsome vampire. Yes, Sane, yes. Oh, okay. Love you too, Microwave. Thank you for coming in and thank you for being so sweet to me tonight. I appreciate it. You kept your promise. I hope you feel better soon, Microwave. Only the monotone eulogies that floated through my ears reminded me that I was at a funeral. It was only when the speeches ended that I was finally able to raise my head. A small gathering of people, mostly made of relatives that I didn't even know were related to me, were huddled around a simple, small grave. For a while, all I heard was the sound of raindrops on umbrellas. If it weren't raining, everything would probably be in a heavy silence. I looked beside me, where my father was standing and holding up a large black umbrella for a small family of 3. His face was emotionless, a strange sight next to my weeping mother. I wondered what was going through his mind. After all, etched into the smooth gray tombstone before us was his father's name. My grandfather, the one who raised me like his own daughter, had passed away that day. The ceremony was small. Only close family were allowed to come. Slowly, though, people began to leave, leaving my father, mother, and me behind at that grave. A man dressed in a clean black suit under the uniform black umbrella of the funeral attendees walked toward us, introducing himself as grandfather's lawyer. He pulled out a few documents from his suitcase and began to read aloud its contents.
And now, I shall read Harold Anderson's last will and testament.
Thank you, Mr. Lawyer. Only my parents and I were allowed to be present for my grandfather's will. It was under the strict request of his lawyer, and there was a reason why.
And to my dearest granddaughter, I give my estate. All the furniture and decor that resides within the house shall also be given to my granddaughter.
Oh. What? I couldn't believe my ears. I had earned the family estate at 18? That was impossible, and yet it was written by my own grandfather's hand.
He passed the family estate to her? Why am I not surprised?
Okay, our father's kind of a dick.
Dear.
Yeah.
Well, did he say anything about what will become of the CEO and chairman position of the Anderson Toys Company?
Honestly, Zane, same. I mean, technically she has my name, so it is me. It's me.
No, it is presumed that the vice chairman will succeed the position.
Even to the bitter end, he wouldn't give in. Oh, what a stubborn old man.
Why is our father such an asshole? Shaking his head, my father turned to face my mother with a serious expression on his face.
About the estate. Should we send her there to get used to the building? It'll be a good place for her to live after high school.
Are you sure we should?
Why not? This would be a good experience for her.
I don't like our dad.
Honey, what do you think?
I really wasn't sure what to say. Why did my grandfather think that I was the appropriate heir to the mansion? Was I even ready to live on my own?
Well, that seems to be it. We'll be taking our leave now. I'm sure the little heiress needs some time to adjust.
Jeez, our dad is an asshole. Oh my god. Take the stick out of your ass, my dude.
David.
Yeah, David. Oh my god, that's so funny. I know David is not here, and he probably won't be here, but David is one of my mods, so this is really funny. To be brutally honest, the female VA's shit sounds better than the male so far. And yeah, they do. I'm saying he'll never know, because he's not here. He'll never know. He'll never know, Zane. Even though she raised her voice, my dad wordlessly began walking back to the car, disinterested.
Don't mind him, honey. I think that your grandfather's passing really affected him. Why don't we get back home for now?
Yes, Mommy. You can go ahead to the car, Mom. I think I need some time alone with Grandpa. I'm gonna yell at David for being a dick. Yeah, you do that, Zane. You do that. Make him confused.
Oh, of course. Take all the time you need.
She gave me a quick hug and hurried after my dad. I looked around the funeral grounds, which was completely empty, save for the sullen-looking grave that was laid out in front of me. I'm sure that if Grandpa were in charge of arranging all of this, it would have been much different. It was blatantly obvious that my dad was in charge of the whole event. Who else would bury their own family the same day they pass away? Everyone knew my grandfather's love for toys, and yet their grave was a mere stone slab on the ground, void of any children's toys. My dad didn't even bother putting flowers. His disdain for my grandfather was almost pitiful. Sorry, Grandpa. I tried to force out some words, but the only thing that came out was a choked sob. You told me to stay strong, but right now, I'm the farthest from it. Like that one time, a long time ago. Grandpa.
Oh, it's so good to see you again, sweetie.
Oh, it's so good to see you again, sweetie. Hello. Hello, Shu. Hi. Damn. David's not online right now. Yeah, David is a little busy. Hi, Shu. I'm pretty sure I correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like we went over it, but it was Shu. And I said I would say Shu. But please correct me. I'm really bad with names. I'm sorry. I was swept into a giant bear hug, and we both laughed as he swung me around like an airplane. It was one of my favorite things about seeing my grandfather, the way he greeted me. Unlike my father, my grandfather was loving and playful, even as I grew older. Sorry that Daddy couldn't be here today. He said that he wasn't feeling too good again. You settled the shoe, okay? Thank you, shoe. Thank you, thank you. Okay, and me.
Is that so? Well, that's okay. Daddy can come around next time. And you're here, right?
Yeah. So what are we doing today, Grandpa? Mommy says that there's a new dessert cafe open in town. Maybe we could go?
Oh, I would love to. But I've been so busy with the company these days.
Oh.
We're actually working on a little something. Would you like to see?
Yes, Grandfather, yes. Oh, yes. Is that a toy?
It is. I was designing a new line of them. But I feel like something's missing. You don't think you could help me out, could you?
Of course. He placed the toy in my hands with a smile, and I inspected it carefully. It was beautifully crafted, and obviously a lot of work was put into it. There was one thing, though.
So, what do you think?
I think the heart on its chest should light up for when you hug it. It'll be like it's alive, and it can be like a little nightlight before you sleep. He stroked his chin, considering my input while nodding his head. After a few moments of silent deliberation, he turned to me with a chuckle.
That's a great idea.
Oh, Grandpa loves
Changing
us.
it right away. You're always like my little lucky charm, dear. You always know what to add to make the perfect toy.
We're a little lucky charm. Well, I hope I can be like you one day, Grandpa.
You want to make toys as well?
It's like it's alive, foreshadowing. Zane, don't worry. Just enjoy the story. Well, making people happy is the best feeling in the world. I don't know if I want to make toys when I grow up, though.
Don't worry too much about it. You have plenty of time to decide.
Oh.
Besides, you should do what makes you happy as well.
See, this is a good parental figure, unlike our asshole of a father. That makes sense. Daddy doesn't think of it in the same way, though.
Your father. I'm sure he just wants the best for you.
I'm not so sure about that. It's the way that... the way that me saying I'm not so sure about that was the line. I didn't know that that was gonna be the same line. That's so funny. Same brain game? Same brain?
Sweetie, look at me.
I'm looking. He bent down to look at me eye level with a serious look on his face.
As much as your father may say something that doesn't make sense now, you must remember that he's always thinking about you. He loves you. There's no doubt about that. And you need to love him just as equally.
She's just like, you for real, she is. I don't hate Daddy. I really do love him. I don't know why he's like this, though.
Your father and I have had some difficulties with each other in the past. But it's nothing that you should be concerned about.
I had heard tidbits of this form. I had heard tidbits from this from my mother and various other people. The only people who had stayed quiet were my father and grandfather. Both of them refrained from saying a word on the subject matter, but it was clear that whatever happened set up a wall between them. It's hard, though, trying to pretend as if nothing were wrong.
However, no matter what, you have to stay strong. You're a big girl already.
I'm a big girl.
Well, there'll come a day when it seems like it's you against the world. But always remember that your family and friends will be here with you.
Yes, grandfather.
Daddy, Mommy, your friends at school, me. We'll stand together to get through it.
Aw, man. I wish my grandpa were like that. What a strong parental figure. Maybe that's why I'm so unsay-so. How can you be so sure of that?
Because we'll be right here and here.
Aw. He pointed his finger to my head first, and then pointed to my chest.
So stay strong. Promise?
I promise. For a moment he looked almost sad, pleading. But as quickly as he had come, the expression disappeared from his face, and he was all smiles once again. Promise. Upon hearing that, Grandpa let out a great burst of laughter and stood up.
All right then. enough of that. How about I whip up some special homemade dessert? I know I can't accompany you at that new cafe, but we sure can talk and eat while I cook and do some paperwork.
Homemade dessert? I'll race you to the kitchen.
Hey, slow down there. I'm not what I used to be.
Oh, Grandpa. Oh. You willed me the very... Oh my god. You willed me the very home I love to see you in. Why? Why would you think I would be ready to take it? Especially after this. Race. Hi, Master. Welcome in. It's nice to see you. A surge of anger bubbled within me, but I quickly swallowed it. There was no use in getting mad, especially when the person in question was no longer there. I'm sorry. It's hard to stay calm when you've left me with so many questions, especially about what happened between you and Dad. What am I doing? Talking to a grave. My vision blurred, and I suddenly realized that I was crying. My face heated up as tears rolled down my cheeks. I'll bring you some flowers later. I miss you, Grandpa. I'll try my best to fulfill my promise I gave to you, even if the world might be turned against me. I left the grave, wiping my tears hastily so my parents wouldn't see.
Well, it's time to head back home. I'll cook up your favorite lasagna when we get home, okay?
Lasagna? Whoa, I'm already happy. Thanks, Mom. However, my dad didn't speak the entire drive home. I wanted to talk to him, but after his moment at the funeral, I wasn't sure if that was a good idea.
It's about time we took off those dreary black clothes.
Oh God, oh my God, David, shut the front door. That's so mean. It's so mean. I hate our dad. I hate our dad so much. Our dad has a stick up his ass. Gathering my courage, I decided then that it was time to talk. Dad, could I ask you something?
Go ahead.
Jesus, you pretentious motherfucker. Why do you want me to move into the estate so soon?
I thought I made that rather clear. The college near your grandfather's house is well known for its business program. You are planning to major in business, yes?
Oh God, I hate him.
Right after you graduate from high school, you'll just live there and can easily commute to and from school. It's a perfect fit for you.
But it's so sudden. You just decided so quickly right after the funeral.
Don't be so sensitive. If you're like that in the real world, you'll be crushed.
You know, some people deserve to be slapped in the face. This is one of them. This is one of them. I'm just saying that maybe we could talk a bit more about my future. In reply, my father...
Thanks, Oni-chan.
Tea!
Kisses.
Tea! Thanks, Oni-chan. Kisses. Thank you, Tea. Thank you, Tea, you absolute sweetheart. It's lovely to see you. Are you at work right now? What you doing? And thank you for the sub gift to Just Barbs. Barbs is gonna have very epic emotes now. But T, thank you. You know you don't have to do that. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for your support, T. Mister, yeah. Hi. In reply, my father rubbed his temples and sighed quietly.
After you graduate from college, you'll work at Anderson Family Toys. I have connections since I am part of the board of directors, so you will be guaranteed a spot. That is what we talked about before, yes?
Oh my God, I want to kick his ass. He's such an asshole. And I'm so tired of it. Wanted to stop by and say hi to my... Oh, T, you're gonna make me blush. Stop. T, oh my God. Stop. But thank you for saying hi and make sure you get some rest, okay? I too would kick David's ass. Yes, Zane. We gotta band together and kick this man's ass. Let's see how well you can seduce men. Iro, good morning. How are you? Good morning, morning. But what if...
Stop mumbling.
Oh, I want to punch him in the face. But what if I don't want to work there?
Don't be silly. It's the family company. Our company.
Jesus.
I'm not just going to hand it over to some incompetent vice chairman.
Sir. He came closer to me and his face softened.
Look, this is all for the best, okay? You may not know it right now, but you will appreciate it later.
No, I will not. For some reason, when I heard him say that, something snapped in me. I wasn't exactly sure what it was, but it made me feel so angry.
Tony-chan. Kisses.
T, stop. T, one is enough. Please. Please, T. T, listen, T. T, listen. No more, okay? But congrats to Puny Boy for getting the emotes. But thank you, T, you absolute sweetheart. Please, keep your monies. Do you even care that grandfather passed away?
Of course I do.
You don't sound like it, sir. You're listening, T. It's enough. You do so much for me, T. Please. It's okay. Well, everything seems fine and dandy to you. Things couldn't be better.
Excuse me? I don't like your tone, young lady.
It's like nothing even happened at all. Like you just ignored the fact that he's no longer here.
Do not raise your voice at me.
Ooh. What did he ever do to you to deserve this? My father, his face hardened, crossed his arms and erupted in angry laughter.
Ha! You sure place him upon a pedestal, like he's some kind of venerated god or something. It makes me sick.
Sir, you make me sick. Is that it? Are you happy seeing grandfather dead? While everyone was grieving, you were holding yourself back from laughing at everyone's faces? Did you feel just a bit happier seeing him lie in the graveyard? Oh, oh, he slapped us. Oh my god. He just slapped us. Oh my god. Whoa. A flash of rage crossed his face and he whipped the back of his hand across my cheek. Oh my god, he hit us with the backhand too? God damn.
You don't know anything! Running your mouth like somehow you know everything that went on, when you're just a little girl that doesn't know how to keep her mouth shut! You did not know my father! You did not know what he was capable of!
Oh.
Is everything all right? What happened?
Bitch, you slapped me! Nothing. I'm not hungry. I'll just go upstairs.
Honey, wait!
I quickly turned and ran up the stairs to my room, slamming the door behind me. My breath came in short pants, and for a while I just leaned against the door to my bedroom, eventually sliding down to sit against it. How did things become like this? My cheeks still throbbed, and I tentatively stood up and looked at the mirror to see how it looked. Hopefully it doesn't bruise. What am I saying? Tears formed in the corners of my eyes, but I blinked them back rapidly. I couldn't cry for the second time today. I had to be stronger than that.
Are you all right? Your father told me nothing happened, but you know your father.
I'm fine. I just lost my appetite.
The lasagna's done, though, and I don't want you skipping any meals. Are you sure?
Yeah, don't worry about me, Mom. I'll come downstairs later to eat.
You're not telling me the whole story.
I just don't want to eat right now.
Please, dear. Tell me what's going on. I wish you would tell me why you're being like this.
I wanted to tell her. A part of me was screaming to tell her what Dad had done. At the same time, I knew she couldn't fix anything. Besides, I was moving out regardless. I remained silent, letting the event remain in the past.
Well, I'll leave your food on the table if you want to eat it later.
Finally, my mom left me alone. It was strange to think that she was only a few inches away from me, only separated by a single wooden door. I really didn't know what to do. I needed to do something. Anything to get my mind off of what just happened. Anything would be better than thinking any more about the pain still radiating from my cheek. I was probably... I was going to move into my grandfather's house tomorrow. I should probably pack my stuff so I would be prepared for tomorrow. Yeah, that was a good idea. Too Silent Storm. Hello! Hello, Too Silent Storm. Hi. What is up? How are you? What is going on? What's up? Just doing a funny, silly ultimate game. And, it's very ASMR-like esque-ness right now. But, yeah. I hope you enjoy, if you're gonna stay. I should start packing. I opened the closet, rummaging around for a while before I finally found 2 large bags, pulling them out onto the floor of my room. I then began to empty my drawers and cabinets so that I could bring all my things with me. What is this game? This game is called Seduce Me the Otome. The Ultimate game. Like, Seduce Me the Otome. Yeah, that is like... It's basically an ultimate game where we rizz up some boys, and but the story right now is pretty intense. We just got slapped across the cheek by our father after our grandfather's funeral. You know, I never thought that I would say these words out loud. But yeah, our father backhanded us, and our cheek is red, and yeah, but it's supposed to be a romance game, but it's turning into a heart-wrenching game right now. But yeah, that's what this is. I didn't have much to bring, other than just clothes and some toiletries. It was kind of bizarre that I didn't have many personal belongings. It wasn't like my luggage was completely devoid of them, but I certainly didn't have many things in my room that I would miss if I just suddenly left the house. I shook my head to rid myself of those thoughts. If it were going to be my new home, it would have to feel like it. One way or another, I was going to make it a home. Just as I was packing my things, my cell phone began ringing and vibrating in my pocket. I slid my phone out of my pocket and answered it while slowly easing myself onto my bed. Who could it possibly be calling? It sounds like a game called Find Love or Die Trying. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Kind of intrigued. Actually, let me write that down. I'll look into that later. I love ultimate games. So, that is definitely something that I would like to look into if that ever happens in the future or whatever. Find Love or Die Trying. Thank you.
Hey Anderson, you there?
Oh, it's Susu.
Is everything alright? We were worried about you, so we decided to call.
Oh, our best friends are so sweet.
Hello?
I'm really glad you guys called. My voice managed to come out, though it was only a whisper.
What happened? Are you okay?
No. Well, I slowly began to tell them about the funeral that afternoon. A small silence followed when I was done recounting what happened, and to my relief, Naomi finally spoke up. That one is not an ultimate game, I think. Oh, thank you, Careless, and hi, Careless. Good morning. How are you? By the way, Careless. Okay, I don't know. Okay, listen. Can you hear this? Do you hear that, Careless? Do you hear it? Do you? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna just wait until you see. Or until you reply. Yep. This is the plushie you got me. Whose name is now Careless. So, Careless Rider, meet Careless Rider, the bunny, who is in a vacuum sealed package that I'm taking. I'm not sure if it's squishing, it's crunch. It's in a vacuum sealed package, so it's like it's crunching and squishing at the same time. But yes, I'm so excited to open it, and I want to take a video to open it later. But Careless, I have a Careless bunny now. Mwah, 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 mwah. And I kiss the bunny, but you know, its name is Careless, so it's basically me kissing you. But yes, thank you so much, Careless. I really love it. Super cute. Thank you. Okay, anyways, back to the game.
I can't begin to imagine how you must be feeling right now. I'm so sorry. Do you want us to come over right now?
No, it's okay. My dad isn't in a good mood, so could we just keep talking on the phone like this? Thank you for that, pets. Thank you.
Of course! We'd stay on the phone until the crack of dawn, right, Suzu?
Yeah, we're always here if you need us. After all, we wouldn't be the awesome triple threat trio without you, right?
Yeah.
Triple threat trio? That sounds like the name of a gang.
We are a gang.
Yeah, I mean, we're all taking on the world together. We've got to sound somewhat scary, or else no one's going to take us seriously.
What's with you and naming things?
You've got to step up your game, Naomi. Falling behind to the cool kids like Anderson and me.
Tisk tisk.
Hey! I'm a cool kid! If anything, I'd say you'd have to step up your game!
Hi, Confused. How's the party going? How's the barbecue? You better take pictures of the food for me. You better. We chatted cheerfully almost about all sorts of things. Very soon, I had forgotten about the events that day and was engaged in a conversation about Naomi's favorite TV show, some program called Herlock. We all agreed that the actor playing the titular?
Daddy, no!
Daddy, yes! I confused. Thank you. Yeah, our daddy is has a stick up his ass. I hate our dad. Our dad is evil. We all agree that the actor playing the titular character certainly had a very distinctive look about him, with that long overcoat and scarf wrapped around his neck. Thank you for the hydrate, Confused, and thank you for the headpads. I love my headpads. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, Careless. Nice getting that second. Nice. Okay, hydrate. Okay, and then I'll get in that. Stretch. Okay, nice. Good stretches today. Nice. Okay, I think I hit every redeem. Yes, I did. Okay. We had many disagreements about who we thought was the coolest character. Yeah, he has really high cheekbones and his eyes are pretty. Though I do have to say I prefer Jatson. Jatson? What kind of name is Jatson? For all the Jatsons out there, I'm sorry. Your name is a little funny. And as a bonus, his actor is just so sassy. I looked at the clock hanging on the wall and realized how late it was. Oh, it's already 1 a.m.? Sorry for keeping you guys up so late. I think I'm gonna hit the hay tonight. See you guys at school tomorrow. Oh gosh, my voice. I should probably shower and go to bed. I can't believe I stayed up this late just to talk to my friends. But it was really nice. Well, to the bathroom I go. I took a relaxing shower. Nothing beat hot water and the feeling of being clean. After drying myself, I promptly dressed in my pajamas and crawled into bed. A nice hot shower after a long day. I'm so glad to finally be in bed. It had been a really long day, I knew that I was wishing for something to change back in class, but I certainly wasn't expecting any of the things that happened today. And I have to go back to school tomorrow. Ugh. I curled up on my side and tightly wrapped the blankets around me. I really wasn't in the mood to be returning to school, but my dad probably would make me go just for the sake of it. It's time to go to sleep. I reached out to the lamp on my nightstand to turn off the lights. However, my mind was so lost in the passing of my grandfather and the thought of inheriting something so big that it haunted my mind the entire night until the next morning. Oh, jeez. I shook my head to try to clear the sleepiness out of me, to no avail. I really didn't get any sleep last night. It's already time to wake up. Wait, school. As soon as I realized I had to go to school, I slid out of bed and looked at the vanity mirror. That's a relief. Luckily, there was barely a bruise on my cheek. You had to squint to actually see it. I doubted anyone would actually notice it unless they leaned in really close. Breathing out a sigh, I got dressed, took my backpack, and caught the bus to go to school. It wasn't even hours before everyone heard of the news. I was approached in school and given condolences for my loss. However, that wasn't what shocked my friends.
Wait, so you have the whole Anderson house to yourself? Lucky as hell, man!
Naomi, so cute, so cute.
Quit being so sensitive, Naomi.
Wow, Suzu.
Quit being so vulgar, Suzu.
Yeah. No, dude, Naomi's a little right.
See, she knows about proper public taste.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far, but
I know how to be a lady. Sheesh.
Yeah. Guys, I'm going there after school today because my parents want me to get used to living there.
Seriously? It hasn't even been a day since you came back to school.
I know, but my parents want me to try living there as soon as possible.
Still, that's really fast. Are you going to be okay?
Of course. But even in the comfort of my best friends, life seemed to be testing me. Woof.
Hey! Don't go around shoving people like that.
Whoops. Did I strike a nerve, 𝐒𝐿?
Jeez. She let out a small laugh as she twirled her hair around her finger. Lisette, one of the last people I wanted to see today.
It's not me you should be apologizing to.
Oh, Anderson. Hey, how's it going?
I'm alright.
Haven't you already heard, Lisette?
Of what?
Her grandfather's passing.
Well, I'm sorry about that. I don't really watch a lot of news.
It doesn't really sound like you mean it.
I do mean it. Earnestly. Why wouldn't I?
God.
Typical 𝐒𝐿. Isn't her family involved with the mafia or something? I wouldn't be surprised if she brought out a bat from behind her back right this moment.
Jeez. I had nearly forgotten the crowd that followed Lisette, which was mostly comprised of people that no one wanted to see on a typical school day. No one had the slightest idea why exactly they followed Lisette around persistently, but they labeled themselves as social equals with her.
That is out of line. Suzu comes from an honest family.
Says the one whose family profits from political scandals.
Jesus.
Yeah, your dad doesn't make anything unless he's in the court with dirty politicians.
Oh my god, what is this high school? Yeah, no, me beat them.
Hey, let's all calm down for a second, alright? I'm sure Anderson needs some time to recuperate. I mean, what just happened? We need to give her some respect.
Aw. Just stop. Stop acting like that already. Like you feel sorry for me.
What are you talking about?
I'm sure you're happy seeing me like this. You already have everything you wanted. And now seeing me like this, life couldn't get any better. Bitterness seeped into me, and words started flying out of my mouth without filter. But honestly, I didn't care. I was so consumed by anger that I only saw Lisette in front of me. What exactly am I to you? Just another part of your obstacle course? Is that what I am? I'm sick of it, Lisette. I'm sick of all these charades. I'm sick of you. Gasps rose from the crowd around her, and I was brought back to the school hallway. Even my friends beside me looked at me in surprise. One girl looked like she was going to speak up, but Lisette held her hand out to stop her. There was an emotion in her face that I couldn't quite make out, but I could see a form of pity in her eyes. No, don't you dare pity me. I looked away from her, and I didn't want to see the emotion in her eyes when she was talking to me. She didn't have the right to look at me that way.
I'm sorry. I know your grandfather passing away must have really taken a toll on your emotions.
She stepped towards me and put her hand on my shoulder, giving me a tiny smile, as if for old time's sake. But for some reason, I didn't feel comforted at all. Not that I was just angry at her, but the expression on her face when she leaned in close to me contorted into something complex. Something was different about her. I couldn't quite place my finger on it, but something about her had definitely changed.
Well, I'll be going for now. Track meet responsibilities and all of that stuff. See you later.
Something about Lisette made me feel uncomfortable. I wasn't just angry, but also uneasy. What was it? I had never seen her like that before. What did you miss? Yes, Careless Writer, we're gonna stab her. And all of them. Evil children. What did I miss? We got bumped into at school. MC yelled at the girl, and now she feels uncomfortable. She feels like something is wrong with the girl who bumped into her. But I decided to pay no further attention to it. She continued running down the hallway with her gaggle of friends behind her. I refocused my attention to Miss Phillips, who was walking down the hall towards me. No hubbies. Soon, Zane, soon. Be patient.
Is everything all right, girls?
Nothing we couldn't handle, Mrs. P. Just a bunch of snobs.
Suzu, hush! It was nothing, Mrs. Phillips.
I see. Well, Miss Anderson, please accept my condolences for your loss.
Thank you, Miss Phillips.
Your grandfather was a good man. He really upheld the philanthropy of his company's policies, and the money that went towards charity, too.
I know. He was amazing. I really looked up to him, and I want to be as good as he is. Oh my god, words! I want to be as good as he was.
Well, I know that you'll be as great as your grandfather.
Oh.
Hell yeah, she will. She'll be 10 times better than her grandfather.
Would I? Would I really be better than my grandfather? Everyone seemed to have high expectations for me. I wanted to do my best to make my family proud, but to be better than my grandfather? I wasn't sure about that. From outside the school window, I saw a familiar blue car pull up to the curb. Undoubtedly, it was my father in the driver's seat. Oh, my ride's here. Well, I guess I'll see you both tomorrow.
Want us to come with you?
No, it's okay. I'll be fine. See you. Hey, Dad.
Hey, honey.
As I got into the car, I noticed my father looked troubled, clutching at his steering wheel and staring straight ahead as if something was really bothering him.
About what happened yesterday. I'm sorry for yelling at you. Does your cheek still hurt?
Oh, now you feel sorry for hitting us, you asshole. No, it's nothing to worry about.
I mean it. I shouldn't have laid a finger on you.
Mm-hmm.
You know that you're my most precious daughter.
Yeah, sure.
You're all that I have.
Mm-hmm. Yet he couldn't bring himself to say what he could never say to me for such a long time. I always wanted to hear those words to affirm how he really felt, but I guess, even now, he couldn't say it to me. I turned my head away to look out the window. There was no point in waiting for something that was never going to come. And, like that, he started to drive and the conversation between us ended. I decided to focus my attention on the passing scenery. We were taking the usual route to grandfather's house. It was located within the vicinity of the school district, but it was still pretty far from the school and from where our house was. He had always lived alone. He insisted on doing things by himself, even at his age, living in such a large house. I wondered, did he pass away with no one at his side as well? It sounded so lonely and sad. It was strange that he decided on living all alone in his large estate. If anything, he could have lived with us. Though he and my father probably would have given each other the silent treatment the entire time, maybe living alone was preferable to that. I actually hadn't visited him for quite a while. Visits to his house were most frequent when I was a child, and I had grown up since then. The last time I visited, though, I thought he looked just as he usually was, happy and healthy. But things change. In the back of my mind, I knew that he would have to leave one day. It wasn't like humans could live forever. So, why did my heart feel so heavy? The car ride was mostly spent in silence, until he spoke up again.
How was school? Maintaining your grades, I hope.
Oh my god, I don't want to hear that from you, dude. Yeah. I've been trying my best so far.
Trying? That's not really doing the best you can, is it?
Dude, get off my ass. With my father, only some words I said were filtered through his ears. It was difficult to keep up a conversation without eventually talking about academics or my future, even if it was something loosely based on it. He always found a way to integrate it whenever we talked.
Anyway, your belongings are in the trunk. There isn't a lot, so I'm sure you can manage bringing them inside the house. After all, you are on the road to being independent now.
Yes, I can manage on my own. The usual silence resumed between us. I really wasn't sure what to say around him, especially when most of the time we didn't share the same opinions. One question did linger in my mind, though. If he was going to justify acting so nonchalant at grandfather's funeral, I had the right to at least know why. We're gonna try it again. Say, Dad, about you and Grandpa?
We are not talking about this.
Well, fuck you then. I feel like we should be, because Grandpa did leave us yesterday, so...
I wouldn't care if he had left even long before that. I do not want to hear it, and that is the end of this conversation.
Jeez, he has to stick up his butt. Man. As always, he managed to shut down any form of conversation related to him. It was just like what happened last night. I opened my mouth slightly, but I closed it again. It was like it was like talking to a brick wall. It wasn't like I could find out anything by somehow arguing my way through it. Fuck you, David. That's so funny. Hold on. There you go. Fuck you, David. Yes. Funny. Alright then. I leaned against the car door and stared out the window. I really couldn't think. What would this place be like? I had been to my grandfather's house before, but it was one thing visiting, and it was another thing actually living there. How would I manage living on my own without any training to really care for a house? I knew that naturally the bills would be paid by my parents, who inherited grandfather's stocks to the corporation, but had never lived independently before. Words are hard, no worries. Thank you, Careless. You're so supportive. I appreciate it. Thinking about it made me feel like some kind of bird being pushed out of a nest. Though I was technically an adult, I felt unprepared and a bit daunted at the prospect of actually moving into a new place. Most people my age would be ecstatic moving out. After all, it would symbolize some kind of change in their lives, like being on the road to independence. But I felt like it was nothing of the sort. I really hoped I wouldn't let my parents down. I wouldn't want to let grandfather down. What would he be saying right now? I gazed up at the passing clouds in the sky. If you're out there, grandfather, how would you be doing? Would there be anything you'd want to tell me at this moment? And of course, no answer. What was I doing? searching for an answer in a heaven that would or would not exist. I ducked my head to stare at the blur of trees and cars from the car window. My head was definitely going into the clouds there at the moment. Either way, I found myself being driven off to my new home. The car rolled to a stop and I drifted out of my thoughts.
Here we are. Go on in.
Yeah. All right. Tell Mom I love her.
All right.
I love you, Dad. No, make sure to come by and visit us often. No, I'm going to miss you lots. Nothing other than a blank stare. I paused a bit before reaching for the car door handle, waiting for any form of a goodbye, but he didn't speak again. I sighed and exited the car, hearing my dad pop open the trunk. I saw the 2 large bags I packed last night that were large enough to carry only the things I needed. I took them out, placed 1 bag on each shoulder, and closed the trunk. He then drove off, leaving me alone in front of the mansion. I watched the blue car fade into the distance of the road before turning to see my new home. There it is. It's huge. My grandfather gave me this? It's hard to believe. The house was framed by a set of
Thanks,
tall...
Oni-chan.
Tea!
Kisses.
Tea, stop! Tea, chill, relax, stop. That's it. It's already 3. Tea, please. Ay. Please, Tea. You absolute sweetheart. T gets all the kisses and love. T. And congrats to Mimo, our special fox boy, getting my lovely emotes. Thank you, T. And bye, David. Psh, dickhead. Yes, Zane. David is a dickhead. I feel so bad saying that. Our father is a dickhead. T, you absolute sweetheart. I love you. Ah. Yes, Master, it's a party. The house still looked like it was when I last visited him. At a glance, it seemed kind of intimidating with its size, though if I came closer, it was clear that there was more to it than that. The brick walls were framed by shrubbery and lovely flowers, giving it a homey and welcoming look, but in contrast, the tall doors into the house gave me a feeling of grandeur. Who knew what was waiting for me? But I wouldn't back down at this moment. I took out the key to the front doors and unlocked them. Well, might as well make myself at home. I'll be staying here for quite a while anyways. That's when I saw them. Lying on the floor was a group of men. They were all unconscious, but there was no explanation as to why they were there in the first place. I dropped my bags as I let the door close on its own behind me. There it is, Zane. Huh? Who the heck are these guys? Why are you here? What's going on? Some of them had open wounds. The blood was staining the floor, and the scent was intermingling with the air. You're hyperventilating. Zane. Calm down, relax, breathe, in and out, in and out. I couldn't help but feel bad for them instinctively, but nevertheless, I was shocked and a bit angry at the sudden intrusion. My mind suddenly went from caring and concerned to confused and demanding answers. Who are you guys? No response. I'll call the police. Still, nothing. None of them seemed to be awake to answer or respond to me. It seemed surreal to have random strangers in the house I just moved into, but I wanted answers quickly. That was until... Kel! Hubby's Kel! We, Zane. Yes, Zane. Hubby's. Eep. Get away from me! How do you voice act? Eep! Eep!
Woman, you're going to let me kiss you.
Oh, but, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't. Oh my god. That's a no. You whoa there. I think we need to take a step back. Oh my god. I couldn't believe it myself, but within a mere blink of an eye, one of the men went from laying on the floor to being right in front of my face. What was even more odd was the fact that I felt serene and calm about it. Slowly, a desire burned from my chest, telling me to accept his kiss, even when my mind vehemently refused. I'm gonna pretend I know what that word is. Go ahead.
Good.
Oh my god, goddamn. Oh my, that's the same. As he kissed me, I could feel my body go weak. I didn't know why, but that kiss was draining me of my energy. And yet, it was so good and made my heart sing. It was a strange and tingly feeling that danced over every nerve on my body. I could feel streams of intangible energy run up my body into my lips. It felt odd, but at the same time, it felt amazing.
Sam, stop it.
Ooh. The person kissing me, Sam was his name? I glanced behind him.
I said stop. Now.
Sir.
Fine.
Finally, he pulled back, and I was left standing there in a daze. What? Huh? I couldn't tell what was going on. My mind was completely enwrapped by the kiss and my thoughts that melted into the depths of my forgotten memories. No, please continue, Sam. Please, keep going.
Please forgive my brother. He's a bit reckless.
At least I feel a hell of a lot better than you right now.
Because you used your abilities on her.
Oh my.
Sam, you're such a reckless brute. Taking advantage of a beautiful young woman like her.
Shut that pretty boy mouth of yours before I rip it off your pretty boy face.
Oh, okay.
Jeez, you guys. Can we not fight right now? Not all of us are in the best state.
I guess you are right, Matthew.
Oh.
I agree.
Oh. We got another one. So they just keep popping up like daisies. Goddamn. However, as the men got up and started to chat freely, my thoughts began to reassemble. Oh my god, Jesus. My thoughts began to reassemble, and I remembered my confusion and anger once again, only now multiplied tenfold. What?
Huh? Did you say something beautiful?
And I exploded. What is going on? Why the hell are you in my house? Why are you all wounded? Why didn't you kiss me? Who are you guys? They're coming out of the woodwork. I couldn't help exploding, but after being taken advantage of and being left in a mush state, my words escaped without filter. I definitely scared the men around me, even the man who kissed me. Wait a second. The guy who kissed me?
Ouch! What's your problem?
I did not read that in the way I thought that would happen. Yeah, that's right. Sit your ass down, wolf boy. What's your problem? You can't just go around forcing people to kiss you like that. Are you some kind of pervert?
Pervert? It was only a kiss!
It might mean nothing to you, but it means a lot to me.
What? Was it your first kiss? Ow! Hey! What was that for?
I know first kisses aren't exactly amazing and full of sparkles and something out of a fairy tale, but I at least expected it to be more than just something forced.
So it was your first kiss. Stop making such a big deal out of it.
Are you asking to get punched again?
Well, what do you want me to do? It's not like I can somehow take it back.
Hit him again.
How? She's being violent now.
You deserved it. Anyway, if you want to pull any funny business in the future, just a fair warning. I know Taekwondo. I think I've bickered enough. Time to get back to the main issue. So, what exactly are all of you doing in my house? Bunch of more. He's funny.
Miss, please forgive us in our intrusion. We didn't know this abode belonged to anyone, nor did we have the time to take that into consideration.
What do you mean? You don't just barge into people's homes.
We wouldn't have had to if we weren't as wounded as we are currently. We just escaped from a deadly fight that could have ended our lives. Luckily for us, your home was near and the windows were unlocked, so we quickly came inside.
The last time I remembered, there were laws preventing strangers from stepping on private property. Although, considering the severity of their wounds, it had to be serious. I guess that explains the wounds, but not why he kissed me. He had absolutely no right to do that.
Well, lovely flustered lady, it's hard to explain, truly. We're not exactly normal.
I can heal you all up. Okay, Zane, I see you giving free kisses. Not normal? What are you guys, demons or something? I asked almost jokingly, but the boys seemed to take my question differently.
Well, yeah, actually, something like that.
No. Eh?
We're incubi, miss. Demons who consume and use sexual energy of humans to survive.
Oh. Tell me more. Incubi? The fabled demons that existed to haunt humans and make them crazed monsters? The mythical beings that could look like anyone just to get into your pants? The imaginary monsters you only saw in movies or on TV?
Hello? Did you hear him?
We're telling the truth.
Do you think she's still processing it?
Yes, and she'll understand right about...
Right. It was funny while it lasted, but it's time to cut the joke short. Incubuses don't exist. There was no way they existed. That would be practically impossible.
Ahem. Incubi is the correct plural form. And yes, we do exist.
Did he just, actually me? Homie just, actually? Jesus Christ. Prove it. As soon as the words left my mouth, I instantly regretted them.
Very well. Eric, go ahead.
Got him. Actually?
Very well. My sweet, you're so tempting with such non-belief. Let me ease your mind with a tender kiss. I promise you'll enjoy every minute of it, and maybe you'll even want more.
What? Once again, I was lost in a pool of calm and serenity. Staring into Eric's eyes, I felt waves of heat course through my chest and onto my face, painting my cheeks red in their wake. I couldn't help but nod and agree to his offer. Yeah, okay. Oh my god. Holy shit. I need some water. Oh my god. I think Zane, this game will actually make me go crazy, I swear. Zane, you think you are going crazy. I just almost knocked down my keyboard right now. Oh my god. Thank you for that, Bats Careless. Thank you. Oh my god, my face. Oh my god. With another kiss, my heart began to flutter once again in my chest, and my mind was sent spinning in a heated passion-filled pleasure. Yet, I could feel my body drain of energy as he kissed me. Okay, let me... My hands are actually shaking. Same. Okay, let me hydrate. Okay. Deep breath. And stretch. Okay. Ooh, good lord.
Alright, that's enough.
That was more than I was previously expecting. I don't... There was a warning in the label of this game, but it's PG-16. We're an 18+ streamer. Man, ultimate games are powerful. I guess. Just a little bit careless. Okay, just a little bit.
Aw, very well. I feel so much better.
As he pulled away, I was left in a mental mush pool. I felt weak in the knees, despite my will demanding me to stand straight in front of the boys before me. The world around me began to spin as I tried to speak. The players are very susceptible. You know, careless, that could be. I'm just... I'm just a little bit. I think I'm going to...
Where are our manners? I'm James, and these are my brothers, Sam, Eric, Matthew, and Damien.
Miss, are you okay?
Shit. She fainted.
Yep. Very in character. I couldn't believe it. Incubi? Real? It all spun around in my head until I saw only black. Floating in the darkness, my mind kept replaying the scene over and over again. Okay. Reminding my body of the touch of the incubi's lips against mine. However, I began to feel a smooth silk around me, and my eyelids unwillingly opened. Where? I awoke to find myself in an unfamiliar place. Where was Mom? Dad? I was pretty sure this wasn't my room. Oh, wait. I lived at my grandfather's house now. Of course it would be unfamiliar. I rubbed my eyes and surveyed my surroundings. James, Eric, I love you. I know I kind of like James, but I also like Sam. So we'll see who I choose. We'll see. But, I mean, this game has multiple routes. I'll try to do all of them. So, yeah. Suppressing a yawn, I stretched my arms. Maybe I should order some food or delivery. I was feeling pretty hungry. I was about to sit up, but I suddenly realized that I wasn't alone.
You're awake.
Huh? Since when was he standing there? And who the heck was he? A guy in my bedroom? Did we... There's no way. Sir, explain yourself. I choose all 5. Honestly saying, I choose all 5 too. Shit. Sorry, I think I was saying my thoughts aloud. Why was I apologizing? To a stranger who only said 2 words since I woke up? Wait, he looked eerily familiar. Then it all came back to me. Incubus. He was an incubus. He and his brothers came here jeez, I almost messed up. For refuge. And 2 of them kissed me, and then I fainted. And that was how things came to this. Oh. He was leaning against the far wall, looking at me. Bun? What do you mean? What's wrong? My heart began to race as I thought of the endless list of possibilities the situation brought me. I hated the thought of being under an incubus's power, especially in a bedroom. Let me think. What would I do? What would Ro Bunny do? What would Ro, the bunny girl, ultimate loving, men loving bunny girl do? Oh, yeah, sorry. Sorry, Zane. My bad. I feel like okay, if I was in that situation, like realistically, right? My grandfather died, our father hit us the night before, many emotions, random men in our house having wounds, I was kissed, I felt serenity and calm, and I fainted. I'd probably jump up and protect myself. I instantly jumped up and grabbed a pillow, covering myself with it. I felt stupid, yes, but who knew what this guy could do? I would be 𝐏𝐑. Okay, Zane, I see you, I see you. Do your worst. This time I'm prepared. He didn't move. I guess that he wasn't going to attack me. Sorry. One thing still concerned me, though.
I'm not going to use my powers on you.
Huh? How?
I can read minds. It's an ability I was born with. Each of us has a different ability, outside of our usual mind-altering powers.
Oh. Great. Even more surprises. I grew even more worried about the situation I was in. I see. How long have I been asleep?
For a few hours. It's already gotten quite dark outside.
Well, where are the others?
My brothers are downstairs, cleaning up the blood from the lobby floor. And making you dinner as an apology.
Oh, yeah. He's a cutie pie. I like him. Very soft-spoken, soft boy. Oh, okay. That's unexpectedly sweet.
Oh, it's the least we can do after invading your home and two of us using our powers on you.
You've got a point. Right. I had forgotten about that. It still irked me that they all had practically taken advantage of me at that point. Even if they were demons, it was pretty rude to demonstrate their powers by kissing me. I wasn't some kind of human plaything. All of this seemed pretty unreal. It was like something out of those romance novels that Naomi sometimes reads. I wished I could have just went back to sleep and forgotten all about this. Maybe I should have just called the police on them. Then I would have never landed myself in this situation.
Do you feel well enough to get out of bed?
Yeah, I think so. What?
Trust me, I won't let you go.
I'm not so sure about this.
I promise.
I want to be our MC, Sedge. It's okay, we'll take turns, Zane, we'll take turns. Okay. I trust you.
Good.
I was speechless. He was carrying me as if I weighed nothing. He was so strong.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
It's all right. I'm used to it.
I decided to close my mouth for the time being so that I wouldn't weird him out or make things more awkward than they already were. Well, he didn't seem to mind carrying me or listening to me talk, so at least things weren't too strange. Damien seemed very quiet and calm about everything, especially with the situation we were in. However, there was a sort of longing in his eyes when he looked at me that wasn't lustful. It was more in admiration. Once we reached the lobby, I decided that I felt well enough to walk on my own. As strong as he was, it was like he was carrying nothing. I didn't want to make him carry me everywhere. Yeah, that would be mortifying. Thanks for carrying me, but I think I can walk by myself now. Not saying that I didn't like it. I mean, I liked it. Not in a weird way, of course. It's not like I get carried around all the time. What I'm trying to say is that it was really nice of you to do that. I started fumbling over my words again. Real smooth.
It's no problem. I'll be heading to the dining room
I'm
then.
crying from joy right now. Yeah, he is a soft boy. We love our soft boys. Alright, see you. He gently lowered me to the ground before he walked off quietly, disappearing into the shadows of the dark lobby.
Oh, hi!
Jeez, you're loud, Matthew. Suddenly, a boy who looked around my age, or possibly younger, bounced up to me. He looked vaguely familiar. Oh, wait. Ah, you're Matthew, right?
Mm-hmm, that's me. Are you feeling any better now? We were all worried when you suddenly passed out.
I'm fine.
Really? Your face is kind of red. Do you feel sick?
No, I'm fine. I'm sure of it. I must have been blushing when Damien was carrying me downstairs. How embarrassing. He seems like the Michelangelo of the group. Okay. I see.
Well, if you say so. I hope Sam and Eric didn't make you upset.
It's okay. After all, I did hit Sam after what he did. And about Eric, I just wanted you guys to prove to me what you were saying. I suppose incubi are real then? I wondered how exactly I got myself into this mess. First my grandfather, then a fight with my father, blowing up at Lizette, and now this? I certainly had a knack for getting myself into sticky situations.
Oh, I have an idea.
Yeah, he is very energetic. He shoved his hands into his pockets with a cheery grin on his face.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Is he trying to do a magic trick?
Ta-da!
Oh, it's a little bunny! Hello, bunny! Look at the little bunny! What is that exactly? He smiled as if to wave it off, but when he opened his eyes and saw what he was holding, his face froze in shock.
Wait a second. What did I just make? This is...
What he produced from his pocket was a creepy-looking doll.
Ah, what is that?
I'm not sure. Oh my god. His face paled considerably, and he dropped it onto the floor, scooting away from it frantically.
Get it away from me! It might be possessed by a demon or something!
Oh. But isn't he a demon himself?
That's not what I wanted to make! I just wanted to surprise you with a stuffed animal or just something to cheer you up. That looks like it came straight out of a horror movie.
I guess it was a squirrel. I thought it was a bunny. He slumped his shoulders and looked down at his feet. Aw, it's okay. You don't have to look so dejected. I mean, it's certainly unique. Aw, I'll be nice. I think I'll keep it.
But it looks so creepy.
It's the thought that counts, right? You wanted to cheer me up after all. I picked up the doll and looked at it closely. Sure, it looked pretty weird at first, but it could be cute if I looked at it from a certain angle. I gave him a small smile. Thanks.
You're welcome. It's good to see you smiling, even though the thing I made still kind of creeps me out. Anyway, you should come with me to the dining room. We're almost finished with the food, and, well, I don't mean to brag, but we're pretty decent chefs.
Okay, Matthew. Sounds great. Lead the way. A pocket dimension. Pocket that can produce random looking dolls. Yep, that's right. Something smells good. My stomach rumbled in agreement. I was starving.
Oh, the girl's awake.
Jesus, Sam. Excuse you, I have a name, you know.
Should we really care?
Sam, I will roast that tongue for dinner if it doesn't stop flapping in that idiotic mouth of yours.
Yes, James. Yes. Yes, James.
Whatever.
I apologize for his attitude.
That's fine.
Good. I hope you'll enjoy the meal we prepared for you.
Meal? For a second, my mind didn't understand what James meant. Maybe it was the doll getting to my head and distracting me. Ah, that's right. Damien and Matthew mentioned that they were making dinner as an apology. Oh, wait, you didn't have to.
We insist. Besides, it's quite impossible to undo our cooking, even if you command us to.
Yes, puppy. Yes, James, puppy. Alright, well, thank you. Matthew put down the last of the plates on the table and bowed a bit exaggeratedly, oh my god, words, exaggeratedly to me, gesturing to the table with a sweeping motion. Hey, Nuckenfucks, what's up? Hey, how are you? Good morning. What's going on? You were up early. But hi.
Ah, there we go. Dinner's all served.
The table was filled with various foods from an eclectic selection. Oh my Jesus, eclectic. There you go. The table was filled with various foods from an eclectic selection of cuisines. One portion of the table was filled with elegantly plated Asian foods, and another portion some yummy-looking desserts. And there were yet more and more plates that I could have possibly imagined. Whoa, that's a lot of food, and it all looks so good.
We hope you enjoy it, my sweet.
What? Sweet? Me?
That's enough, Eric.
You're no fun, James.
I don't need to be fun, Eric. Miss, please follow me.
I didn't know what came over me, whether it was his politeness or maybe his power, but I couldn't help but take his offered arm. James seemed very kind and intelligent, but aside from that, there was something that set him apart from his brothers. Not to mention, he didn't really seem to hold much appreciation for them.
Miss, I have to ask, why do you live alone?
Oh, well, it's kind of a long story.
I'm all ears if you wish to tell.
The Riz from this game. But, yeah, this game is... it's things. It's a lot of things. Sure. To put it briefly, I just moved here today.
That explains the luggage you brought in when you came through the front doors. By the way, we put your belongings in the room you were sleeping in. That seems to be the master bedroom, I believe.
Thanks. This house is really big. Thank you for continuing the sub, Bubs. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. You sweet, sweet, sweet bean. I love you. Thank you. I don't think I even explored the entirety of this state when I was a child.
You lived here before?
No. Truth be told, this is my grandfather's house. I used to visit him all the time when I was younger.
May I ask why you now live in your grandfather's house?
He actually passed away yesterday. It was bequeathed to me in his will, and I was sent to live here, whether I liked it or not.
My condolences. It seems like you don't like the idea of living here.
It's not that I don't like this house, or that I don't have fond memories of being here. It's just the implications that come with staying at this estate. It's kind of complicated to explain.
How do you feel about it?
I certainly wasn't expecting that question, but in a good way. It was different from what I had heard the entire day at school. I appreciated the fact that he was willing to listen. I feel angry, sad, scared, and confused. It's hard picking out the different emotions that I'm feeling right now. I wish I was stronger.
You don't have to be strong.
What do you mean?
I understand that you're going through a difficult time, so it's okay to feel those emotions. You don't have to be strong at all.
Thank you.
Are you all right? There seems to be a small bruise on your cheek.
He caught me off guard with that comment. I thought no one would have noticed something as small as that. Oh, I'm fine. He stopped and leaned in close, a bit too close for comfort, or maybe it was just me. Inspecting my face, he was really quite tall, having to bend over so much to just look at me straight in the face. I found a place on the DoorDash that has half a gallon of Mountain Dew and a beverage list, so of course. That sounds awesome, Bubs. Nice. Half a gallon? Only half a gallon? Why not a full gallon? Full gallon sounds more, right with the world. It was hard to look at him, especially when he was so close. After a few seconds, he straightened up and began walking again.
Well, if you're having any problems, I'm always here to listen.
That's really kind of you to offer that.
My pleasure. Here's your seat.
Also saying he is very hot.
Let me get your chair for you, lovely lady.
Oh, Eric was very charming, and his smile pulled at my heart. The way he kept flirting with me definitely designated him as the charmer of the demons, yet there was a little distance in his eyes.
By the way, I apologize for my behavior earlier. Stealing your second kiss like that.
Insane. Huh? Oh yeah, when I didn't believe that they were incubi. It's fine, I guess. I mean, you didn't just get up and grab a kiss for no reason. It's like a pouch thing with a handle and a screw. Huh? You have to send me a picture of that, Fubs, because my brain can't process the look of that. A pouch of Mountain Dew. Very interesting.
I'm not as forward, unlike Sam.
Suddenly, Eric leaned in and whispered in my ear.
I won't lie, though. I enjoyed kissing you and feeling you melt in my arms.
Oh my god. What is this game? What is this game? What is this game? I just been drinking it straight out of the pouch like a DJ. I can imagine, Bubs. Thank you for the hydrate and the shred. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Okay. Just epic stretch. Okay. I was torn between smacking him and trying to play it cool. I'll be cool with him. You sure are quite the charmer.
Yes, I am known for that.
I think I'm gonna hydrate and stretch a lot during this. Yes, same. As much as I do appreciate the constant compliments, you don't have to keep talking to me like that.
Like what?
He batted his eyelids as if he had no idea what I was talking about, and I couldn't help but laugh. Well, like you're trying to get into my pants half of the time.
I can assure you, I'm just a lover of beautiful women.
Something tells me that there's more to it than that. For a moment, he looked away, losing a bit of his smile. Before I could question it, though, he turned back to me with a new teasing smile.
Did you want there to be more?
Oh my god. I didn't want to hit him, but I didn't know how to react, so I couldn't look at him. He merely chuckled again in my ear.
Sorry. You just look so cute when you're blushing.
He is quite smooth. My brain, I can't. I felt my face heat up simply from his words. I then felt Eric take my hand and kiss it gently. Riz is nothing more than Zoomer swag, mark my words. Okay, Fubs, yes, it's okay. No matter what it's called, it's there, and he has it.
I hope you'll enjoy dinner, however, my dear.
I drew my attention back to the dishes. I was both intrigued and slightly scared by the amount of food they made. Eric Lynchen reminds me of my friends on Discord. Why do you have friends like this on Discord, Zane? Man, that's a little too much. Careless. Seeing my expression, Eric leaned forward and proudly smiled, gesturing to all of the dishes with a dramatic sweep of his arm.
I made almost all of the dishes myself.
Wow. Humorously enough, Matthew looked at him with a shocked expression, as if he was betrayed. His face changed instantly to that of a frown.
And I'm the Queen of the Nile.
What's that supposed to mean?
Me, you, and James did the work together, dummy.
It's you, James, and I, Matthew.
Oh my god, not the fucking, actually? Puts up glasses. I can't believe that. I'm going to dig up 10 plus year old swag memes and swap out swag with the Riz. Do it, Fubs. Do it, do it, do it. I'm serious, Carrie.
Little boys will always make mistakes.
Damn. Matthew looked at James in disbelief, probably for siding with Eric, and he annoyedly swiveled back to Eric to comfort him.
I'm not a little boy.
Confront.
I'm
my God.
barely a year younger than you.
Well, you certainly don't act like it.
Oh, Matthew. I really couldn't help but laugh. Matthew seemed very much like a kid. He was adorable. However, I couldn't help but feel like, in a way, he was much more mature than the others, especially Eric.
Huh? Is something funny?
No, it's nothing at all. Thank you for the meal, all of you.
Oh, you're welcome, miss.
Such a well-mannered young lady. Beautiful inside and out.
Eric, knock it off!
In agreement with Matthew, Sam cocked up his head and glared at Eric.
Seriously, you're getting really annoying with that suck-up act.
It was obvious that Sam was the bad boy of the group. He had this big, tough act, and it was obviously he was physically stronger than the rest of the guys. But was there more to him than that? Matthew is so precious. He is a little baby.
I'm just trying to be a gentleman. The young girl has already gone through so much. She deserves a good treatment.
There's a difference between being a gentleman and being an obnoxious flirt.
Damn, Puppy James, say it.
Schooled even by James. You're gonna need some cold water for that burn.
Aw, give me a little laugh. Based James. Yes.
By the way, I don't believe we caught your name, even though you know each of us.
I'm Ro Bunny.
It's a pleasure to finally know your name.
Damien, my favorite boy.
Yeah, that's a nice name.
They were all comfortable around me, despite the awkward situation we were in. It was as if we were natural. It was as if it were natural for them to be around humans. I guess that was just how incubi worked. But I was still curious about one thing. Excuse me. All at once they looked at me. I didn't know why, but having all of them look at me made me feel kind of important, like a queen or something.
What is it, miss?
I wanted to thank you for the food, but I still want to know why you all came here. I feel like I don't quite understand. Understand? Yeah. Like, being told that a bunch of incubi randomly appearing in your house was perfectly understandable.
Oh, how do we explain?
We were attacked. We came here to heal. What's so difficult to understand?
Now you're just being rude, Sam.
I'm just saying, how is that difficult to understand?
Jeez. No, I mean, what specifically happened?
Well, you see, we've been traveling around for quite some time now. Just recently we came into town, but we were jumped by this band of misfits. So, in order to escape and heal, we came here for shelter. Again, we apologize for the mess we made.
Yes, Bub, shake that ass. I too am shaking my ass for these men. It's fine, I guess. So, you're all better now, right?
Yup, all thanks to you.
Huh? Me?
You see, beautiful, we feed on sexual energy. But we don't just get it from kissing lovely ladies such as yourself. We can simply touch someone's hand to obtain sexual energy. Everyone carries sexual energy, you know.
I was still in shock about their powers. It wasn't just kisses that gave them power. It was anything physical. No wonder I was out for a while. These incubi intrigued me, but at the same time, I could almost hear a warning siren going off in my head.
Is there anything else you wish to know?
Well, what do you all plan to do now?
Yeah, what are we gonna do now, James?
I have unlimited sus energy.
A host gonna love this.
Hi, enti mare? Niti, what would you like me to call you? Because I'm really bad at names, but hi, thank you for coming in and thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. I hope you're having a lovely afternoon, evening, or night. I am your local bunny girl here playing some Otome games and rhythm games, and I'm a variety streamer. Yeah, let's just go with that one. But we're playing an Otome game today, and thank you for the follow. And yeah, unlimited sus works. Yes, it does.
That is a very good question. We just got here, and surely we'll be hunted again if we leave.
We can take him easily.
Not without more training, Sam. The result of that was clearly evident in our last encounter with them.
At that moment, I didn't know what came over me, but I suddenly felt sorry for them. They couldn't possibly survive out there. If they didn't know it was illegal to break into people's homes, they probably didn't know a bunch of other stuff. They probably would cause chaos all over town. Or, on the flip side, they could be taken in for questioning and be poked and prodded like lab frogs for research. That was even worse. Nightmare. Ah, okay. Thank you. This is why I need people to tell me. Thank you, Nightmare. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. But most of all, they reminded me of back then. I was standing alone. The entire classroom was filled with laughter and chatter, but I stood in the midst of it, quiet and alone. It was strange seeing the world pass in front of me with such vibrancy, all while I stood there. On the plus side, I wasn't engaged in any of the drama that might have arisen, like scribbling on someone's paper for revenge or kicking someone too hard. You pronounce my name wrong, but what do you mean, Zane? Zane? You had some things to say? Zane? It was kind of nice just standing back and watching things pass by and life go on. I had long before convinced myself that I preferred being alone. I often said to myself in encouragement, yeah, I want to be alone. There's no one I like better than me, so I ought to spend more time with myself. But there was a certain bitterness to that, coupled with being alone, made me feel so sad. There was a difference between being alone and lonely. I just didn't realize it at that moment. Thank you for the hug, Nightmare. I appreciate it. How are you? 76. You checked Nightmare, Seisho. Oh, are you saying why are you so high level? Well, I don't know, Zane. Maybe you're just not sus enough tonight. And even after that moment, my father, my mother, there was no one to turn to. I was so lonely. That's when I decided on it right then. I was going to see my grandfather. I didn't care if my father wouldn't take me. I was going to walk my way over there and see what he had to say about it. Zane. I had never seen him before that. Oh, they messed up here. I had never seen him before that. What better time to see him then? If no one else was going to help me with what I was feeling, I might as well have turned to him. So after school, I decided to walk there. I had no idea how to get there, and I was armed with only a scrap of paper with the address scribbled on it. As a 7-year-old, I obviously had great ideas. I soon became lost, and, like I always did when I felt lost, I just stood there on the sidewalk, back pressed up against the wall, and eyes looking at the strangers passing by. Good morning, Lord Berserker. Hello, hello. It's nice to see you. I hope you're having a lovely trip, my love. Hubby. Yeah, we got a little husbando in my chat. Yes, Zane, yes. Yes, give our Lord Berserker lots of love. And like always, people continued to pass by and life continued to go on. I was sadder than ever. I had ended up in the situation I was originally in. Nothing had changed. I thought that I was silly for even thinking that I could change things with my own hands. That was, until a voice brought me back to reality.
Hun, is that you?
I looked up and saw an unfamiliar face, but it was obvious that whoever was talking to me knew who I was. And from that moment, things began to change. Life began moving its rusty joints, and I realized that things were moving along. Suddenly, oh my god, words. Suddenly, I had become a part of the crowd that moved like a blur past me. I was no longer someone who stood still and watched others hurry past me. Life had changed. I had changed. Because the very person who found me that day was my grandfather. I had the opportunity to help them, though would I? I wanted to, but I wasn't sure if that was the best idea. After all, 5 demons in my house wasn't exactly the living arrangement that I had imagined when I first moved in. There was the matter of making sure no one found out about their powers. Thinking about them as lab rats made my stomach queasy. Thank you for asking. How are you doing, cutie? I am doing well, Lord Berserker. Unless you were talking to Zane. But anyways, I'm still gonna answer you anyways. I'm doing well. Thank you, my love. Me and Bud are doing fine. Yeah, we're doing way more than fine. It's nice in here. Oh god, imagine if my parents came over. I think my mom would faint. Who knows what my dad would do. I think he would have them arrested on the spot. This was so hard. Maybe I should have written out a pros and cons list before actually having to make the decision.
Don't worry too much about it. You have plenty of time to decide. Besides, you should do what makes you happy as well.
Oh, thank you, Grandpa. It was strange that I happened to remember what my grandfather said to me when I was little. But it did kind of make sense. They weren't in the same exact situation that I was in before, but I did want to help them out. I think it would ease my conscience and also make me a bit happy to give them help, as weird as that sounded. Clenching my hands into fists, I strengthened up my resolve to speak up. Well, you could...
What was that, lovely lady?
That is,
Spit it out already.
You could stay here with me, if you'd like. As soon as I finished my sentence, the room became still. I'm not sure what went through their heads from my words. The silence in the air cut like a knife until I finally spoke up once more. Glad it's going good. Thank you, Lord Berserker. I appreciate it. I do miss you. I miss your streams, but I hope you're having a fun trip. It's very deserved, and I hope you're getting lots of rest and enjoying your time. It seemed like you all needed a place to stay, and, well, I just moved into this giant house, so it seemed like it made sense. It was still quiet in the room. I decided to keep talking. If you would like to stay here, though, there are 2 things that I need all of you to follow.
Yes?
First of all, you can't use your powers or deliberately do something that might harm me or any guest that comes over. Well, save for enemies, but you get the drift.
That sounds reasonable.
Second, you have to help me with any errands around the house. This place is kind of big, so yeah.
That is a generous offer, miss. Are you sure that would be okay? We don't wish to burden you any more than we already have.
It's alright, really. I mean, I just started living here myself, so I would appreciate some help around the house.
A wonderful idea. We'll live here and train while helping you with the house. Servants for the lovely princess.
Yes, I am a princess, thank you. Oh, Berserker, you're super sweet. Yes, I give you lots of kisses and hugs. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Can't wait to see you again.
What? Are you serious?
Jeez, Sam. Take a chill pill.
Shh, be quiet, Sam. I haven't slept in a bed for days.
They all seemed to like the idea, except for Sam. And hey, I didn't really hate the idea either, even if they were incubi. It would be interesting having 5 guys help me with taking care of the house, given they would follow the rules that I had just laid down.
Grr. Fine, but we're not staying here forever. Only until we can beat up that group of punks.
Jeez, Sam. He has a stick up his ass, too.
I think that is a reasonable time limit for our stay.
Yes, this is awesome.
Oh, Matthew, you're so cute.
Also beautiful, if you need a bedfellow.
Eric, knock it off.
I was happy that they agreed. Maybe it was just because I wasn't going to be lonely for a while. Maybe it was because they all needed help, and my want to help people was fulfilled. I would never be sure.
So what are we waiting for? Let's celebrate and dig in.
Finally, I'm starving.
Of course. Instantly, Matthew and Sam began to stuff themselves with the food on the table. I noticed James' eyes twitching in irritation, so I stipped my incoming laugh. Damien, my love.
Really, you two? You're both acting like pigs.
Oh, let them have a little freedom, James. It's not like we've eaten recently either. I'm sure they've been starving.
Oh.
Still, that's no excuse for stuffing their faces like backyard swine.
Damn, Daddy, puppy, call me. Shit. I almost couldn't hold it in. So I did it. Ooh. Ooh. I couldn't hold in my laughter anymore. As I laughed, Matthew and Sam looked my way, faces stuffed.
Is something funny?
Father.
What are you laughing at?
Thank you for the headpats, Careless. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I will hydrate. I stopped to catch my breath. I leaned over the table and took a few breaths before replying. Okay, hold on. Okay. Let me stretch. Okay. Yes, Zane, you should stretch too and hydrate too. Chat, if you need it, please take a small break, hydrate, stretch yourselves. I've been reading for 2 hours. Okay. You both are so funny. Both of their faces turned a slight pink before they looked away from me, and they swallowed the food in their mouths.
Shut up! We're not funny. We're hungry.
Well, we're glad that we made you laugh.
Shut up, Matthew!
What? I'm just saying.
See, James, it's entertainment for her.
They were funny to me. At least they enjoyed the food. As I watched, I took a couple pieces of food for myself and placed them on my plate before eating as well. Sam's a soon? Yeah. Zane, Sam is a soon. He's a big soon tsundere. Eventually, we all ate dinner together. It was strange eating with just guys, but they were enjoyable to be around. They made me feel like a part of their family as we ate together. However, our peace was soon disturbed. Huh? It's my mom. Excuse me. Hello?
Hey, honey, how are you? I'm sorry I didn't get to see you off.
Hey, Mom. Everything's fine. I'm actually eating dinner right now.
Oh, good, good. So there was food there. Well, your father
Arf,
wanted me to call
bark,
and talk to you
bark.
about having a house
Daddy
party
soon.
tomorrow night to celebrate the new house and all.
A house party? Tomorrow night? So soon?
Your father insists. You know how he is with events.
I knew exactly what she meant. He didn't like long, relaxing periods between important events. It was slightly messed up. I was expected to act on the drop of a dime, from moving immediately the day after a funeral to my grandfather's house, to now organizing a party. Damien is still your favorite? I think I'm liking James. I think I'll go for James' route, and then Sam, and then Damien. I think that's what I want to go to, and then I'll go from there. I know. Well, since I don't exactly have you two here to help me arrange it, I'm going to need some time to prepare things.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, Suzu and Naomi can help. I have work, and you know how your father is.
I know. I have to do it myself. He won't help. Soft boys are my obvious. Yeah, I really like Matthew and Damien, right? But I also really like the... Yeah,
I'm sure it'll be amazing, honey. I have faith in you.
Thanks, Mom.
All right, I gotta go. I love you, sweetie.
I love you too, Mom. Great. Now how am I going to do this? Thank you, Careless, for the headpats.
She has to organize a house party for her parents.
Huh? How did you... Oh. Right. Mind reading. But yeah, I gotta do it soon or my parents will be really disappointed. I'll have to stay up and organize everything tonight.
Hey, why don't we help you? That's what we're here for, right?
I don't see why not.
It do be the degrading attitude for me. Yes.
I can name a few reasons why we shouldn't.
Sam?
Back off.
We'll take care of everything, miss. Just leave everything to us.
Oh. That was surprising. I didn't think the boys would offer help right off the bat. I couldn't help but smile. I was actually rather thankful now that I let them stay. Now I didn't have to do everything alone. As I kept thinking about it, I couldn't help but yawn.
Feeling a little tired over there, Princess?
Oh my god. Reading the word made me... Yeah, it's been a long day. At least tomorrow's the weekend, so I can sleep in. You know, I took the deviant quiz and I was scared of how pinpoint accurate it is. Careless, not the yawn again. Oh, I feel it coming. I don't want to yawn. No. Then it hit me. Wait, why are you all going to sleep?
We found some guest rooms on the opposite end of the house from the master bedroom. I'm sure those will do just fine.
Oh, got it. Alright then. I'm heading to my room to study and sleep. I guess I'll see you all tomorrow?
Have a good night.
I did it too when you did. Yeah, contagious yawns. Let's go. I will. You too. With that, I left the dining room and went to my room.
Eric, no.
What? I wasn't going to do anything.
See?
Yes, he was.
You resist no, Kel, fall to the yawning of temptation. As soon as I got into my room, a wave of exhaustion hit me. Why am I so tired all of a sudden? I just woke up from that nap. Empathic response, I hear? Yes, it is. I dragged myself to my bed and hauled up one of my bags. I opened it and grabbed my economics book, knowing that, no matter how tired I was, I had to study at least a page or two before sleeping at least. Quick Banya. That I just read the word and it made me yawn again. Jeez. Equations. Ugh. Finally, I decided to change into my pajamas and head to bed. Today had been a long day and I needed the rest. Please. Did you yawn again, Careless? Don't write the word. Oh, fuck, I yawned too, damn it. No, it's contagious. Ah, we're all gonna yawn forever. Hopefully tomorrow will be better. 3 days of surprises in a row would kill me. With the thought in my mind, I drifted to sleep, embracing the darkness of some slumber.
You fucking pretty boys think you're all that, huh? Well, save that to the end of my pistol!
Huh? What's going on? I couldn't move my body. I felt like I was tied up, and I couldn't see anything beyond the darkness that surrounded me. Yet I could hear the sounds of a heated argument coming at me from all directions.
One move and she gets it!
Let her go!
Oh. Matthew?
Come on, chicken shit. Fight us like a real man.
Like you scare me, Sam! Come on! Take one step, I dare ya.
Why can't I see?
Stay away from her, Malix! And what are you gonna do, nerd boy?
Oh my god. Suddenly, I felt myself pulled to one side, and arms wrapped around my body protectively.
I've got you. Don't worry.
Huh? Eric? As I was held in a tight embrace, I felt the world around me once again settle into a low, peaceful hum. The hostility of the dream before had faded into black as the arms around me rocked me comfortingly. Slowly, though, my eyes fluttered open, and I looked up at the person holding me. Damien? I stared into the eyes of Damien. His face was painted with worry and concern, and I knew he must have seen my dream. Why did I dream of Eric holding me, though?
You can't control your dreams.
Oh, well, I guess you're right.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. What time is it?
It's 9 a.m. James and I were making breakfast when well...
You can't control your mind reading?
No, not yet at least. I hope to learn eventually, though.
Is everything alright?
Yeah, I'm alright.
That's good. I'm assuming you had a nightmare.
Yes, I'm sorry for disturbing you both.
You didn't disturb us, miss. Besides, we'd rather make sure you're okay before anything.
Oh, thank you. I know, I love him. I love him too, he's cute. Damien, my love. You're so sweet.
Now, why don't you come downstairs with us and have some breakfast? I'm sure some nice food will take your mind off of what you dreamt of.
It was embarrassing to be the damsel in distress once again, but I felt rather happy that James and Damien were concerned for me. Despite only knowing me for a short time, I wasn't sure if it was just courtesy or if they were genuinely concerned. I couldn't exactly read their minds. Alright. Sounded more like a prophetic dream. I have had one before too. Oh, I've had one of those before. Like the deja vu things. The two boys led me back to the dining room, where the smell of bacon and eggs danced in the air. The smell wafted from the kitchen and made its way into the room, making my stomach growl and knead. Breakfast smells good.
We should be done with breakfast soon. If you want to sit down at the table, you can.
I nodded before sitting down. As I sat down, however, my mind drifted back to the dream I had. That feeling of hostility around me made my body shudder instinctively, even though I knew it wasn't real. However, as my eyes closed, I felt a hand place itself on top of my head, breaking me out of my thoughts. Huh?
Morning. You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Sam, the owner of the hand on my head, raised an eyebrow at me before rustling my hair and moving away to sit down at the table. He then barked towards the kitchen where James was working.
Hey! Is the food done yet? I'm starving!
There's no need to yell, Sam!
You're yelling too!
Don't argue with me!
From behind me, Eric appeared and sat beside me, rubbing his temples in obvious annoyance.
Can we not yell this early in the morning? It's not like we're in the castle.
Castle? For some reason, when I heard the word castle, I couldn't help but yell in surprise. These guys had a castle? Sam looked at me and smirked at my reaction.
Yeah, we have a castle back home. Our dining room's 10 times bigger than this room.
Oh no, for me it was more of a vision of the future since it was crazily accurate. Interesting, Careless. Alright. I see. Very cool, interesting.
And wouldn't it be logical to not yell?
I do have premonitions from time to time. Okay. Is it about, like, yourself? Or, like, things around you, Careless?
Whatever.
Soon, James and Damien appeared, hands full of plates that carried bacon, eggs, toast, and waffles. They placed the plates down by each seat before seating themselves. Careless, when will I get married? Yes, Careless, please tell me, when will I get a boyfriend? Please have prophetic premonitions about my relationship status.
My favorite.
Finally.
Thank you for the breakfast. It looks amazing.
It's our pleasure.
All of a sudden, my phone began to ring, ushering me to pull it from my pocket and answer. Hello?
Hey, good morning! Guess who's at your door right now?
Oh. Right on cue, there was a knock from the lobby door. My heart stopped. Suzu and Naomi were here.
I'll get it.
My heart quickly began to pound in my chest. Matthew was in the lobby and he'd get to the door first. I instantly jumped out of my chair and rushed out of the dining room. As I passed through the archway between the dining room and the lobby, I saw Matthew reach his hand for the brass door handle, causing the world to go into slow motion. Matthew, don't! But before my words could reach his ears, Matthew had opened the door and revealed the surprised faces of Naomi and Suzu. The world around me stopped as Suzu and Naomi kept their eyes on Matthew, who merely stared back in fear and embarrassment. I could feel the air go from warm to freezing in a matter of seconds.
Hi?
I could not believe this was happening. How was I going to explain this? This week was already bad enough. To make matters worse, I was frozen in place. Please, for God's sake, someone do something other than stand there.
Who are you?
Suzu, let me explain.
What's going on here?
Who's at the door, Matthew? Oh.
Soon the other incubi appeared in the lobby with us. The situation was not getting pretty. I had to think fast. They're visitors.
Then why did one of them open the door?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's not my fault that the story's not adding up. Jeez. It's no use. There was no time to lie to them. If I felt helpless. Then I felt a hand on my shoulder and felt the tension in my body almost fade away. I turned my head to see James smile at me before stepping in front of me.
We must apologize, ladies. We know this situation must be confusing for everyone. Let's take this to the dining room and we'll explain everything.
I stared at James wide-eyed. Was he going to tell them who they were? Everything seemed surreal. Before I knew it, I was led into the dining room along with Suzu and Naomi and sat across from their confused gazes. As Naomi and Suzu sat down, Eric and Matthew placed their untouched plates of food in front of them, surprising their guests.
Whoa, this looks amazing!
Thank you!
Our pleasure, ladies. We hope you enjoy your meals.
Make sure you dig in!
I looked at Naomi and Suzu as they began to eat, visibly enjoying every bite they placed in their mouth. Hopefully the food would ease their minds for whatever James wanted to reveal. As Naomi and Suzu ate their impromptu meals, James and the other boys stood behind my chair, making me grow more red in the face.
So, Anderson, are you gonna tell us what's going on?
Well, you see, Gently, James placed a hand on my shoulder again, signaling me to just eat my food. As I began to eat, he spoke to Naomi and Suzu.
We are Miss Anderson's house servants. We were hired by her late grandfather to help around the mansion, but since he has passed, we now assist Miss Anderson with living on her own.
That makes sense. It's such a huge house.
A huge house for a wonderful princess such as Miss Anderson deserves the greatest of servants to care for.
They're manservants. Zane, they're manservants. Zane. Excellent cover-up, James. Exactly, careless. Exactly. James puppy.
Why are you all dressed so casually and stuff? Aren't servants supposed to have uniforms or whatever?
Well, Miss Anderson allows us to get comfy while we work, so she lets us wear casual clothes.
Yes, Zane.
Yeah, something like that.
We're sorry if we made the situation awkward earlier.
We're very sure that Miss Anderson is also still getting used to having us as her servants. It would be very hard to explain after just a day.
I guess.
So, if I may ask, what brings you two ladies here?
Well, we wanted to see how our friend was doing. Since it's the weekend and all, usually we hang out and just chill.
Yeah, like going to the arcade and stuff.
Or the Pink Lady Cafe.
There's an arcade?
That makes a lot of sense, ladies. Well, we don't wish to disturb you any further than we have, so we'll take our leave and start preparing the house.
Huh? Preparing for what?
We gotta prep the house for some sort of housewarming party thing.
Our princess's parents requested a housewarming party to be held here soon.
And by soon, they mean tonight.
Oh, well, I guess we can help out or something. Right, Naomi?
I thought you wanted to go to the arcade.
This housewarming thing is more important.
No need. We can handle it. If you'd like to, miss, you can go out with your friends while we handle things here.
Seriously?
Sam, not now.
Well, I wanted to help out, but at the same time, I wanted to go out with my friends. James gave me a look of understanding, letting me know that if I left, everything would be okay. I had to make a decision. Oh. Well, if it were me, I would stay and help. So I'm gonna choose that. Yeah, speak up, Damien, my boy.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Besides, it is my housewarming party. I should help out too.
Want us to help out as well?
I think we got it all taken care of. Thanks though, girls.
Alright, we'll head on out then so we're not in the way.
Sorry guys, I'll hang out with you guys soon.
It's all good, Anderson. We'll definitely come to the housewarming party tonight.
Thank you. I led them back to the lobby and walked them to the doors, opening it for them with a thankful smile. They both gave me hugs before walking out to Naomi's car, which was parked in the driveway. And with that, they left. I was happy that they wanted to help, but I had to do this on my own. It was not their work, so I didn't want to force it on them just because they were my best friends. We had the entire day to work. The party was tonight, and we had to do all we could to make everything right. We sat down and talked about what we needed to... Oh my god, words. We sat down and talked about what needed to happen before the party started that night. Each guy had been assigned to a different part of the party to do, and right after lunch, we began to work. Since everything was taken care of by at least one incubus, James told me I could assist one of them. The question was, who? Oh, we get to choose which boy to hang out with. I know that you want me to choose Damien, but I want to slide it in with James, so I'm going to choose James. I'm sorry, Zane, but James is Big Poppy James. Here we are. Important choice, the big choice. I'm gonna go with Big Poppy James. Yeah. James and I headed out to the garden. It had been years since I had been in the small field. The gazebo was smaller than I remembered, but I had grown since I had last seen it. Arf. James rolled up his sleeves and took in a breath of air before sighing contently.
So, we need to cater to the plants and make sure there are no muddy spots in the grass. It may take a while. Are you sure you wish to help me and not the others?
I shook my head, rolling up my sleeves as well. I can handle it. I'd rather work outside anyway. James nodded with a smile before handing me a watering can, gesturing to the group of flowers by the side of the yard. I walked over and began to water the flowers. However, as silence took control of the air, I felt the need to start a conversation. Ask him a question. So, do you like flowers? I wanted to smack myself. That was a terrible conversation starter. I mentally smacked myself before hearing James chuckle softly. I turned to look at him as he nodded.
They have a wonderful aesthetic. Many people would think that flowers are simple and rather boring, but I've learned secrets about flowers.
Secrets about flowers? What, like a special way to water them or something?
You could say that. There are right and wrong ways to water flowers.
Can you show me? James gave a small smirk before walking over and standing behind me. I instantly blushed as he brought his arms underneath mine, guiding my watering can. The water gently poured over the dirt, sinking into it and dissolving into the roots. However, my concentration on the water was broken by the sound of James' voice in my ear.
Flowers need to be cared for gently, like a fragile life. Too much power and they'll break, but too little and they'll wither and fade away. It's like caring for a pet or a loved one.
A loved one? For some reason, those 3 words echoed in my head. James continued to guide my watering can, using gentle hands to lead my arms and my body. It was almost like a dance. Eventually, he let go and stepped away from me. I turned to him as he simply smiled at me before returning to his work. I felt my face with my hand, feeling the extreme warmth before shaking my head and continuing to water the remaining plants. The hour of the house party had arrived. In my mind, I kept double and triple checking the essentials for the party. Knowing my dad, he invited his business partners and the executives of the Anderson Company to show me off. I stood in front of the mirror in my room, staring at my form as a million thoughts ran through my head. It was just a housewarming party, but at the same time it wasn't. I can't stop blushing. Zane, same. It was my chance to show my dad that I was better than his expectations. It was a chance for me to see my parents as a woman. What? It was a chance for me to see my parents as... Oh, okay, I understand. The sentence confused me. I understand now. It was my test to see if I was really ready to live on my own. Well, not truly alone. I had the incubi to thank, but even so, I didn't have my dad guiding me or my mom helping me through living alone. A knock on my door broke my thoughts, surprising me. David, a crossdresser? What? Who is it?
Hey, are you okay in there? Your parents should be here soon, so you should hurry getting ready.
Well, I'm ready, but...
But what? I'm sure you look fine, Anderson. Just come on out.
Alright. As soon as I opened the door to the hall, I watched as Naomi and Suzu's face turned from smiles to complete awestruck stares. What?
Dude, you look hot.
Yeah, you look amazing. Where did you get that dress?
I've had it for a while. I just never had the chance to wear it. I figured I might as well bring it out now. I stepped out of my room and closed my bedroom door behind me. As I walked down the hall to the grand lobby, the incubi stood waiting for me at the bottom, all dressed to the nines as proper servants. God, they look so good. I know. Oh, they look good.
Whoa, they really know how to dress well, don't they?
Look at this. Yeah. I was slightly taken aback on how great the boys looked in uniform. Each had the pose of a perfect gentleman, even Sam. I slowly began to climb down the steps with Suzu and Naomi behind me. The boys watched as I descended the staircase one at a time, like knights waiting for their princess. I felt my face slightly flush, but I quickly shook my head to try and regain my thoughts. As I reached the last step, James offered his hand out to me and walked me down the final step, smiling. Oops.
As beautiful as a princess, miss.
Thank you.
So, are you prepared for tonight?
Yes, I'm ready. I'll be as ready as I'll ever be. I think that is something that I would say. I can't stop blushing. Can't stop blushing. Can't stop. Oh, Zane. I couldn't deny that I was nervous, but I had to try. This party was more than what it seemed, and I had done all that I could to prepare for it. Now it was all up to fate. The other boys smiled assuringly at me, which made me feel a little better about everything. I looked at my phone and marked the time. Almost right on cue, the doorbell rang and I gulped. I could practically feel my dad's aura from behind the door. Sam and Eric quickly rushed to the door and opened the double doors wide to reveal my parents, both dressed in their best. Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad.
Oh my, I didn't know your bequeathment came with servants.
It was probably overlooked. Besides, who would deny good service?
I was completely shocked. My parents didn't question the boys. They didn't ask for verification or anything. I looked at the boys and noticed Sam and Eric staring intently at my parents. Were they using their powers on them? They had to be. There's no way they'd be okay with this otherwise.
I guess the servants counted as belongings to the house.
My mother quickly rushed to me and gave me a large hug. I hugged her back, inhaling her perfume. It had only been a couple of days, but living away from the ones who raised me was hard. My mother soon let me go and looked at my outfit.
Gorgeous. You look so lovely. David, look at your daughter and tell her I'm right.
I looked at my dad, who was looking around the lobby like an inspector. I stood my guard. I stood my ground, waiting for him to look at me. When he did, he let a small smile grace his lips. Fuck you,
Your
David.
mother's right. You look like you're all grown up.
The world around me stopped as my heart pounded hard in my chest. Did my dad just compliment me? On his own accord? My mother was grinning ear to ear at his words. I was beyond speechless. Thank you, Daddy. However, his cold face quickly returned as he began to look around once more.
I assume that you're ready, then, to impress the rest of the guests, correct?
What do you mean?
The entire board from Anderson Toys is coming tonight. Even the vice chairman's son will be coming. All of them will be measuring your potential.
My potential?
To become CEO of the company.
I knew it. Something was off about tonight, and now this party had become much more than I anticipated. I gulped silently, but I nodded in response. I looked at the 𝐒𝐑 but they were continuing to be servants for my father's approval. I looked behind me and saw Naomi and Suzu raise their thumbs at me for encouragement. I let out a small breath before feeling my body accept the situation. I felt a weight in my gut, but I had to hide it. As if time zoomed forward, all of a sudden, the main hall of the lobby was full of guests. Men and women in formal or business attire showed up to meet me and see my new home. I didn't expect many to come, but I was once again surprised that night. I shook hands with many officials and executive members, putting on the professional face my dad trained me to have. I felt overwhelmed, but I hid it well behind a small smile and handshake. Many even asked me questions. I tried my best to reply as maturely as possible. I had to remember, say what they want to hear, not what you want to say.
So, how do you feel living on your own at such a young age?
It's difficult being independent. I wish we were still living with my parents. I could be, but
I'm so sorry about your grandfather.
Jesus,
passing
I didn't
away.
realize there was
It
time.
really hit all of us hard.
Thank you for your condolences. Excuse me, I need to go. Sorry. Thank you.
Do you have college plans?
Yes, I do. I felt like the questions came up one after another. It was tough to answer some of them because they weren't about me. They were about the company.
What do you think will happen with the company now that your grandfather has passed?
Oh, geez. It's hard to say. It depends on how. Don't ask me. Yep.
What do you think of the philanthropic policy the company has?
Oh my god. Okay.
Do you think the company should expand from just toys?
Okay. Eventually, the questions stopped, and I was back to being by myself. Naomi and Suzu were mingling in the crowds, and the 𝐒𝐑 were doing their jobs, so I was all alone in a room full of strangers. It was unnerving to think about, but at least I wasn't being questioned left and right anymore. God, that was so stressful. There was a timer on the questions. Suddenly, though, my mom pushed her way through the crowd to me, bringing along someone I didn't know.
Honey, I'd like to introduce you to someone. This kind gentleman is the son of the vice chairman.
Uh-oh. Not us being in an arranged marriage. Oh, nar. With my mother stood a man who looked only a couple of years older than me. He smiled and held out his hand to me, silently asking for my hand.
Hi, I'm Andrew Lewis. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Anderson.
Oh. Place your hand in his. As I placed my hand in his, he raised it to his lips and kissed over my knuckles. I felt my face burn slightly at the gesture. Andrew smiled at me before releasing my hand.
I'm honored to be invited here.
My mother smiled at both of us, which made me slightly concerned. Why was she excited to introduce me to Andrew?
So, you organized this party very well, Miss Anderson.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Praise is very much deserved.
Andrew then chuckled nervously, bringing a soft fist to his lips to cover his laugh properly before smiling at me.
I'm sorry if I seem a little forward. I've just been excited to meet Harold Anderson's granddaughter.
Yeah, it's an instant no. Huh? Why?
He used to talk about you all the time in the office on how you helped him refine his toys. I only attended meetings and heard all of the stories. You've helped a lot with the success of the company without having to actually work there.
Oh, wow. I didn't know he talked about me. That would explain everyone's fascination with me and their rather personal questions. I looked at Andrew, who had a kind face to me. Something about him seemed off, and I didn't know what it was. He seemed to be hiding something. Whether it was good or bad, I was not able to find out. I felt someone walk up beside me, causing me to turn to them. Next to me was my dad, giving his cold stare to Andrew, who suddenly became tense.
So, you're Jared's son.
Definitely bad, yeah. Andrew's body twitched slightly. Whether it was fear or insult, Andrew locked eyes with my father. I couldn't help but feel the tension between them. It irked me how fragile the air had become, enough to break at the wrong word.
You're the one who wants to be the next CEO of the Anderson Company.
Well...
I stared at Andrew. This guy wanted to take my grandfather's place as CEO? I thought the vice chairman wanted the position.
David, leave the poor boy alone.
I'm merely testing the boy's conversational skills. Nothing wrong with that.
Of course not, sir.
Interesting.
And polite as well. Interesting.
Oh no, not me emulating Daddy.
If you'll excuse me.
Quickly, Andrew retreated away from my family into the crowd of people. Should we... Why would we follow him? Why would we... Why would... What? I kind of want to follow him. I'm a little curious. Zane. I'm a little curious. Well, because... I don't know. Like... my curiosity, Zane. It's my curiosity. I can't help it. I want to follow him. The story has us curious. I too am. Okay, I'm gonna follow him. I quickly followed Andrew, wanting to be sure he was alright. I felt a little embarrassed that my dad put him on the spot like that. I had to apologize. We wound up outside. The stars practically danced on the grass as we stood in the backyard of the mansion. It had been my first time in years being out there, but my thoughts weren't on the nostalgia. Hey, Andrew? Andrew turned to me in surprise. However, his face was completely red in both embarrassment and humiliation. I felt terrible.
Oh, I didn't see you or hear you following. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I should be the one to apologize.
What for? You didn't do anything wrong.
I see you, Zane. I mean, for the way my dad behaved. He shouldn't have been so...
Oh, no, it's fine. I mean, I should have expected it and been more prepared.
Andrew rubbed the back of his neck and gave a goofy grin. It was intriguing, seeing Andrew's professional side and then seeing a goofy smile away from everyone. Still, I'm sorry for that.
It's not a problem, really, but thank you.
We both smiled at each other before I reached my hand out to him. He tilted his head and raised an eyebrow in confusion. Robunny. My name is Robunny. In understanding, his smile returned before he took my hand gently and shook it.
That's a pretty name. I'm happy to know it now.
He's just sus though, but he's so cute. Nah, it's not that nice.
I have to disagree with you. It's much better than Andrew. I mean, who names their kid Andrew?
Oh my god. A lot of people do.
But how about Axel? Or Ace? Something cool like that.
I couldn't help but laugh at him. He was pretty chill for a guy who was supposed to be a vice chairman's son. He grinned and laughed along with me. I don't know why, but I felt warm. Whether it was the almost non-existent breeze or the situation we found ourselves in, it felt nice.
Lewis.
And just like that, the feeling had vanished. We both turned to see my dad at the doors of the mansion, staring at Andrew with almost a deadly glare. Andrew straightened up, trying to maintain a business posture.
Yes, sir?
Your limo is in the front. The driver has requested that you return home. now.
Oh, all right. Thank you, sir.
Andrew quickly nodded to me before speeding back into the mansion to leave. As I took a step to follow, my dad stepped in front of me. Let David cook. Dad.
I don't want to hear it. Do not become friendly with him. He wants to take the company away from us. You have no reason to be friends with him.
Before I could retort, my dad turned away and walked back inside, muttering about how the party was nearing an end. How are you still awake? Hi, Art. Hey, good morning. How am I still awake? Yes, because of sexy anime boys that I need to seduce. I sighed and entered the house as well, wanting for the party to end immediately. Eventually, only Suzu, Naomi, my parents, and the incubi were left. My dad suddenly walked over and placed a hand on my shoulder with a smile. I stared up at him, a wave of confusion washing up over my face. What?
You did good tonight. I'm proud.
Wow. Oh, thank you, Dad.
Keep it up and you'll be a good CEO.
Oh, right.
All right. Your mother and I have to leave. I'm sure Naomi and Suzu need to leave as well. Just because it's Saturday doesn't mean you should stay up all night.
Right.
Thanks for having us. It was a great party. We'll come visit tomorrow or something. All right?
Right. See ya.
Good night, sweetie. Come visit us soon.
Will do. All 4 of my remaining guests left the building, all but my dad waving back to me. With the last of the guests gone, I sighed as I sat down on the staircase exhausted. Phew, that was tiring. Fair enough.
It's not like you had to do any work, though.
Give her a break, man. She was getting interrogated left and right.
They are, Zane. They really are.
She handled herself the best she could.
As expected, princess.
Since you're exhausted, why not head to bed? We can clean up.
Hush, Sam.
Are you guys sure?
Positive. It shouldn't take long.
Ho ho ho! It didn't take long to find you little shits after all.
Uh-oh. I felt a hot shudder run down my spine. The voice from my dreams echoed through the air into my ears. I looked around, panicked, alongside the incubi. James placed a hand on my shoulder, trying to remain calm.
Don't worry. No one will hurt you.
Are you sure? Are you really sure?
All of us shot our heads towards the doors, finally pinning down the direction of the voice. The doors quickly swung open, revealing a sight I would have never expected to see. Skin red as blood, eyes black and gold piercing into mine, roughened up clothes, and a pistol in his hand. I saw a monster. I covered my mouth to not scream at the sight. Dried blood covered the bandana around his neck as he smirked at me and the boys around me. Beside the red-skinned man was a similar-looking woman in matching thug-like clothes.
Oh, what's the matter, boys? You really didn't think I wouldn't find you, did you?
Maybe I'll bust her.
I hoped you would, you piece of...
All of a sudden, the man raised his gun at Sam's face and instantly pulled the trigger. Oh shit. We all gasped in shock, instinctively expecting to see a bullet run through Sam's face, but...
What the fuck?
What?
What should have been a headshot ended with a loud but empty blank shot. The pistol echoed its empty shots as the man grew more and more pissed, pulling the trigger over and over in aggravation. Luckily for my ears, it became quieter after its first shot.
Why the fuck won't you work?
This place is protected.
What did you say, Shrimp?
This place has a seal, protecting it from hellborn magic.
You died.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
The man growled and threw his gun at Sam, who was able to dodge it in time. The pistol bounced off the ground a couple of times before sliding further away, hitting the wall in a final stop. As it stopped moving, the gun faded into the black flame that disappeared into thin air.
The previous owner had this place protected by magic, Malix.
Malix, that was his name. His existence resonated in my memory from the dream I had. However, I looked to Matthew in the same confusion as Malix did. This place is protected by magic?
It would seem that your grandfather had some sort of protective barrier around this house. From the looks of it, it only disables hellborn magic.
Malex's face grew to that of extreme anger, his fist tightening as if he was crushing a stress ball.
Then what's stopping me from dragging your asses out and shooting you then?
Out of pure instinct, I stepped forward and placed myself between Malex and the boys. With no power, Malex wasn't going to fight. I took the chance to stand up to him instead of being powerless like I was in the dream. Fuck off. Malex suddenly laughed widely, staring at me in disbelief.
Whoa, whoa! Who let the bitch out of her cage? What is this? A reverse harem or something?
Oh my god, man's crazy. Malex grinned at me evilly, walking closer to me. What? A duck? I duck underneath Malex's incoming hand. I stared at his hand and his black flame tattoo in surprise as I took a couple steps back from Malex. Matthew and Damien stepped in front of me, guarding me from Malex with their arms.
A quick one. I'm liking you more and more.
You like how violent he is, Sarge?
Back off, Malex!
Okay, baby boy.
Don't start acting tough, you pathetic excuse of a demon. You need more protection than her.
Oh.
Shut up!
Beat him up, Matthew.
Did I make the little Matthew cry? Why don't you just grow a pair?
Oh.
Enough, Malex.
The woman who had been standing in silence the whole time planted a firm hand on Malex's shoulder. Malex looked back at her with a growl and glared that could kill.
Since when did you get the guts to speak out of place?
We both know you've never controlled me. I want them dead just like you do. But now's not the time.
Fuck off! I know what I'm doing.
Do you? Even if you did fight them, there's 5 against 2. We never win.
Shut up!
Let's go, Malex! We're wasting our time!
Damn. Okay, mommy. The two growled at each other. If they could have used their magic, I could have sensed the fire that... I could sense that fire would grow from underneath their teeth. Malex grunted and glared at the boys. He pointed at James, wanting so badly to use his fingers like a knife.
Just wait, pretty boys. We'll get you and fuck you up real good.
Mommy? Sorry? Mommy? Sorry? Mommy? Sorry? Mommy? Sorry? Then Malex turned to me, moving his finger to point directly between my eyes.
And don't think you're safe. Step outside. I dare you.
With that, Malex and the woman walked out of the mansion. The doors closed behind them, leaving the boys and I alone once again. I felt my knees give out from under me, forcing the boys to quickly turn to catch me.
Whoa, whoa! Are you alright?
Yeah, why was he here?
He's been closely tracking us. Our blood trail from the forest must have led him here.
We should have stopped him and finished it here.
For once, Matthew, I agree with you.
I stood up and rubbed my arms, feeling the goosebumps Malex left behind on me. I couldn't stop myself from shivering in fear of his words. Malex, was he a demon?
That son of a bitch is not a demon. He's a devil.
A devil? There's a difference?
Yes. Demons come from a different plane of existence called the abyssal planes. Devils, however, come from one of the 7 circles of a place humans know as hell. Despite us not being human, we are very different creatures.
We actually have brains, for one. Devils always like to cause trouble and try to kill or torture others for their own enjoyment. Demons, like us, know when to use our powers and when not to. We're not stupid.
Devils follow orders from higher-ups in their order, and their power only comes from their connection to hell. Demons all have free wills and don't rely on where they came from to use their powers.
This was also confusing. Demons and devils and magic all existed, and I happened to land in the middle of it? What do we do?
You're safe. You've been protected as well.
What?
What Damien's saying is that the magic that protects this place also protects you.
Your grandfather must have cast it when you last saw him or something of that nature. We can sense its aura around your body.
I couldn't believe my ears. It was the third day of surprises, and this one took the cake in being the most surprising. I felt my head spin once again. What did I get myself into?
Miss, please don't worry. We'll find a way to train ourselves and become stronger to finally
Speak
finish
up,
this
Damien, please.
I'm gonna kick his ass right now.
Until then, we'll protect you as much as we can. If Malix comes back, we'll be here for you.
Do we have magic? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that was mentioned. Could be. But what about going outside? Won't he?
Like we said, you have a protection spell on you. Even if Malix attacks you, he won't be able to use his magic on you. He'd be just like any other human you can fight back against.
Didn't you say you knew Taekwondo?
Well, yeah. I felt somewhat relieved that I was mostly safe from Malix. Still, I could not help but feel very nervous and apprehensive about the future. The boys were safe here to train and become stronger, but what if Malix did the same? Can we Alakazam Malix away? Maybe, Zane, maybe. Even more so, I was lost about how my grandfather knew about magic. I had to find out. At least I had time. I went to bed that night feeling nervous. Despite the words of the incubi, I felt like a target to something I'd never be able to explain or prove. Magic? Devils? Demons? How did this all even happen? Should I really meddle with the situation? They're only staying until after they defeat Malix. That's right. They said they'd only stay until after they'd defeated Malix. After that, my life could go back to normal. Temporary insanity, as Kay would say. The question was then, what would I want them to leave? Oh my god. The question then is, would I want them to leave? If my life went back to normal, then I'd have to care for the house all on my own. I'd get to focus on my life instead of being distracted by the boys. I'd have to. My life. Where was my life going anyway? I was under pressure from my parents, with only my friends and the boys to comfort me. Without the boys, I'd have no way to hide from my responsibilities. Enough. Let's just sleep and deal with tomorrow when it comes. Defeating my sense of thought, I forced myself to sleep, unsure of what tomorrow had planned for me. Hopefully, whatever the future had for me, I would be ready for it.
I promise to be with you forever. You're so important to me.
I swear I'll give my life to you.
Please, let me love you.
I'll be by your side, always.
I can't imagine living without you.
I want to be with you.
I love you.
I slowly opened my eyes, letting the voices of my dream echo in my head and force me awake. I rubbed my eyes before sitting up and looking at my clock. I'm starting to get invested, but I have to go. My shift is about to start. Have a great stream. I hope everyone in chat has a great day later. Thank you, Art. I hope you have a great day at work. Remember, make sure you eat, stay hydrated, stretch here and there, and you got this. Have a good day, Art. I'll see you later. Thank you for coming in. Yes, boys, I can't live without any of you too. 7 a.m.? Why am I up so early? I fell back onto the bed and closed my eyes, trying to go back to sleep. However, something kept me awake. Why? It's too early to even be alive. I gave up and sat up, staring at the fireplace across from my bed. A sigh escaped from between my lips before I threw my legs over the side of the bed. What to do at 7 a.m. in the morning? Let's make some coffee. I decided making coffee was my best bet in surviving the rest of the day. Why not? I haven't had coffee in forever. I got out of bed and made my way to the kitchen. Unconcerned that I was in pajama pants and a tank top, I rummaged through the cabinets for a coffee machine and any makings of for coffee. Makings for coffee. Surely my grandfather had some. A French press? Well, it's better than nothing. As I began to make my coffee, I checked my email and text on my phone. No new important emails, no text messages. I sighed. I quickly made my coffee just how I liked it and sat on the corner. No coffee crash at 3 p.m. Yeah, probably. But then I began to wonder. Would this happen every day? I let the question linger in my mind. For a whole morning, I did not think once about the boys or Malix. Everything was peaceful. Everything was average. Nothing magical or dangerous or unusual. I simply drank my coffee as I let the thought marinate in the back of my mind. I returned to bed, feeling the weight of the morning drag me under my covers and to try sleeping again. I had energy, but I wanted more sleep. It was Sunday, and nothing was happening today. Come on, eyes. Back to sleep. I shut my eyes and tried to slow my breathing. I looked at my phone to check the time once again. It was noon, yet it felt like I had slept for much longer. Why is time going so slowly? I sighed, got changed into normal clothes, and went out to the main hall and sat on the stairs. Sundays were very boring. However, the muffled sounds of battle caught my attention. Huh? I quickly went out to the backyard in response to the noise I had heard. In the yard were all 5 of the boys, practicing fighting. Sam was in the middle, with the other 4 surrounding him and throwing punches and kicks at him. Sam, being the strongest of the bunch, blocked and dodged each almost masterfully. Don't disturb. I'd be like, hey! All at once, the boys looked at me, frozen in their movements. I just stood at the doorway, staring at them after my outburst. James was the first to break away from the group, stepping towards me.
Good morning. We apologize if we woke you up.
No, it's fine. I've been awake for a while now. I'm sorry I interrupted.
It's quite all right. We needed to stop anyway. We don't want to overwork Sam.
Oh, come on, I can handle more than those pity punches.
Your mind seems grateful that we've stopped.
Shut up, Damien.
Oh crap, we should probably make some lunch. I'm sure you're starving.
I can handle lunch if you like. You all seem to be very busy training to beat Malix. I'll take care of it today.
Whoa, seriously?
Yeah, why not? I'm not useless. I know how to cook and do other stuff too.
Well, no, I wasn't insinuating.
What he means to say is that we'd be really grateful if you could make lunch today.
No problem. As I turned to the kitchen, the boys went back to training. They seemed very determined to get better and to become stronger. Might as well make lunch today. It's been a while since I cooked. Lunch was particularly hard. I decided to make simple chicken and rice. Cold cut. Simple chicken and rice, yes. Gotta keep their energy and strength up with the protein. I took my time to make almost perfect chicken breast alongside some rice. Cooking wasn't hard unless you didn't know what you were doing in the first place. I placed the food in the dining room. However, none of the boys were there by the time I brought the final dish out. I carried that dish to the main lobby, catching the boys separating into different rooms of the house. Part of me wanted to go to one in particular. The other part of me wanted to just leave them be and take the food in my hand to my room and eat. Maybe I could go out today while the boys focus on training. Find one of the incubi, of course. I quickly rushed back and grabbed a second food dish before hunting down one of the boys. I found James in the library sitting in one of the comfy leather seats reading a book. I stepped in. James looked up at me before closing the book and standing. Chicken and rice for lunch is based, yes.
Oh, hello.
Hey James, I got some lunch for you.
That is very kind of you. Thank you.
James took his food and sat back down, placing the book he was reading on the table in front of him and setting the dish on his lap.
I'm sorry. I should have asked you first before exploring the house and finding this room.
Huh? Oh no, you're fine. Remember, you live here too, so any room besides mine is free to be in.
Still, you're the master of the house. I should have asked.
It's fine, really. James nodded at me with an understanding smile before eating his food. I followed along and ate with him, taking the open chair beside his. We ate in silence, listening to the ambiance in the room. Soon, however, I began to feel a little restless. Check out the book. I put my food down on the table and lifted the book to examine it. Love and Romance, a study of intimacy. James let out a small, nervous cough before he stopped eating and placed his food on the table.
Demons and humans are very different when it comes to affairs of the heart. I merely wanted to try learning a little more while I had the chance. I found that while I was looking around the room and had only just begun reading.
Love is different to demons? How so? James smiled before crossing his legs, getting comfy for the small lecture he was about to give.
Love isn't just a human emotion, miss. Demons like us feel them too. In fact, 𝐒𝐑 and 𝐒𝐑 feel emotions the most because of our link to sexual energy. However, we don't really experience love. We know of lust and passion.
Right, James. But passion drives love.
For humans, yes. For demons, it fuels our need to breed and increase the strength of our lineage, as well as quells the hunger we have for sexual energy. It's very hard for us to develop feelings from passion, despite how easy it may logically seem.
It's for research purposes. You hunger for energy? I could tell I struck a nerve with James. As I mentioned the word hunger, his arm twitched, obviously wanting to do something other than remain on the arms of the chair. He continued speaking regardless.
Sexual energy is our natural food source and is one of two ways to keep us alive. In the abyssal planes, there are many demons to feed off of who are always willing to give their energy up, so sexual hunger is never an issue. In the human world, however, we've come to realize that getting energy is a little more difficult.
Can't you just touch a human for their energy, like you all did with me?
That only gives us so much. A touch is merely a taste, while intimate sex is a banquet for us.
I guess that was... Oh my god, I can't... Oh my... Wow, that broke me. I don't know why. I'm such like a teenager. I don't know why that's like so thing for me. Okay, anyways. Why am I blushing? Saying exactly same. Jeez. I'm so old, you guys. I should not be blushing like this. This is too much. It's just silly. I guess that was true. Humans weren't all about sex, and we're probably a lot more conservative than demons. At least, it would be hard to gain sexual energy from a human without doing something to them, or catching them in the right mood. But when he said sex, I think it broke both of us at the same time. Yeah, probably.
This is why we have a mind-altering ability to convince humans to give in to their desires. It's not 100% effective, but it gives us a better possibility to get what we need.
What if you don't feed on sexual energy? What's the other way to stay alive?
Food, typically. However, we're weak without actual sexual energy. Without sexual energy, we become less than human. We have no power nor moral consciousness. We basically start to become unfriendly.
Are you hungry now? James didn't reply. He simply stared at me, unable to answer. However, I could tell that he was. He was clenching the armrest tightly, digging his fingers into the leather. I gently leaned close to him from my chair and reached to brush my fingers over his hand. If you really need energy, I'll help a little. No sex, but enough to stop the hunger, okay? Once again, I was greeted with silence from James. He seemed very nervous and uncertain about what to do. Now that the approval was there, he was also frozen from my touch, softly and barely twitching at the feel of my skin against his. I could feel his hand grip the armrest harder. There's no one in the room right now. I can lock the door, you know. A small feeling of boldness then ran through my body. Okay. Sorry, I got a text message. A small feeling of boldness then ran through my body, forcing me to cover his hand completely with my own, before leaning nose to nose with James in seriousness. alter my mind if you're concerned about me. I really do want to help you out. All of a sudden, I felt something in my mind snap and ooze into the warm, fluffy feeling I felt before with Sam and Eric. I felt my body slightly heat up as James released the armrest and gently took my wrist. He gently pulled me out of my chair and onto his lap, having me straddle him with my thighs. He stared deep into my eyes, his own glowing in hunger that I've never would have expected to see from him.
I won't go overboard.
Oh my... Before I knew it, his lips were pressed hard against mine, my head being pulled to his by his hand on the back of my neck. I gently moved my hands to his shoulders and chest, melting in his lap and enjoying every feeling that ran through my body. I felt hot, desperate, and in need for more than just his kiss. One of my hands slid up his neck into his hair as James lowered his kisses to my neck, gently groaning against my skin. I couldn't help but let out a small whimper of pleasure before reaching up and covering my mouth. I didn't want the others to hear me, and I was positive neither did James. James lowered his free hand to my lower back, pulling my body against his. I felt my energy slowly draining, causing me to cuddle closer to James. Hold on. He lowered his hand to my waist, squeezing it tightly as his tongue ravished my neck. His hand that was on the back of my neck, however, gently came around and held onto a tail of my bow. I sucked in a breath, but James didn't pull it to untie the bow. James lifted his lips from my neck and gently leaned his forehead to mine, rubbing nose to nose with me. He was gently breathing fast, softly red in the face, and as deep into the moment as I was.
I won't go any further if you don't want me to.
I could feel the hold of his mind-altering spell fade away, but I still felt hot. Something told me that I wanted more. But at the same time, I wasn't sure if I truly did want to give any more. Oh my god. I don't. I'm at a place. Chat, there's options, and I don't know which. Can you show this on stream? It's PG-16. There's no sexy time. It's PG-16. There's no sexy sex, right? Poll. Kel, you want to do the poll? Sexy time or no sexy time? Do you want to do poll for me, Kel? Because we could, Oh, okay, thank you, Cal. This is probably the point of no return for James. Honestly, yeah, careless. Heavy breathing intensifies. Okay, chat. My lovely mod Kel is going to give a poll, and we're gonna have choices of keep going or stop. So, sexy time or no sexy time? Horizontal hokey pokey. Not the 9 votes. What? Okay, the votes that are coming in are so much. Oh my god, Zane. Why do I feel like it's you spending all of your points to vote? Jesus Christ. I should have taken away that options. Okay. I mean, No one said no. So, Cal, you can just end the poll. I don't know what you're talking about. I think it's obvious what chat wants. We're all simps, just like myself. I think it's obvious what won. Okay, chat, I hear you. Jesus, voting 50 times. I can't just end it, I think. Oh, okay, it's fine. James Root, keep going. Okay, you guys, looks like we're gonna keep going. They're horizontal hokey pokey. Just let the reality sink in. Okay, are you guys ready? The anticipation? Okay, how about I'll start, I'll press keep going once the poll ends. How about that? Yeah, we'll let, and I'll do I need to hydrate and stretch, so I'll do that. Let me hydrate, and then I'll stretch. Oof, I needed that stretch, I was shrimping. Okay. And the results. Yes, we are. I can hear the machine gun of saying. Nice. Okay, you guys. Looks like we're gonna keep going. I opened the opportunity, and I was enjoying it as much as he was. I wanted more, and I was going to let him keep going. He promised not to go far, but this wasn't far enough for me. I gently leaned in and kissed him, giving him silent approval to keep going. I could feel him pull on the tail of my bow, releasing it, and letting it follow his hand off from around my neck. He moved the ribbon to the empty seat before gently unbuttoning the top half of my blouse, going no lower than above my stomach. Out of 10 viewers at the poll, it's 146. It's all Zane. Hi, Eos. Good morning. You just came into perfect sexy time. So enjoy, Eos. Enjoy. I could feel him pull on the tail of my bow, releasing it and let it follow his hand off from around my neck. He moved the ribbon to the empty seat before gently unbuttoning the top half of my blouse, getting no lower than above my stomach. The desire in my body drove me to move the sleeves of my shirt down my arms, escaping from it and letting the shirt hang around my belly. As he began to ravish my neck and shoulder in hot kisses, I leaned my head back and let out a pleasureful sigh, escape my lips. Ooh, the urge to hold back myself from voice acting that. Woof. Okay. You're not complaining, Eos. Yeah. The pull in my body from him draining my energy had slowed immensely, almost completely stopping. However, James kept touching and kissing me regardless. He was full, but he was as hot as I was as I kept loving on my skin and on me. I couldn't even comprehend how much time we spent making out. I was so lost in the pleasure that I didn't care. Call it sinful, but I didn't care. I loved it. His touch, his kiss, his heat. I desired it beyond anything at that moment, even as he lowered his kisses down my chest and to just above my bra. Good morning. It's been going well, Eos. Thank you. My heart was beating wildly in my chest. Something about James drew me to him like a moth to a flame. I didn't know if it was his aura of superiority or his gentle smile, but something made my heart quicken for him. It couldn't have been love, but it was too passionate to be lust. What was it? However, I began to feel dizzy, seeing the ceiling start to spin almost wildly. I gripped onto James' shoulders, trying to signal him to stop, but my mind faded to black before I could let out another sound. It felt good. I didn't care that I was blacked out. I felt warm and fuzzy in the darkness. I never knew indulging in that kind of passion would be that good. I now just waited to awaken, hopefully in a good way. My eyes eventually flooded open, adjusting to the sight around me. I felt familiar silks underneath me, letting me know that I was in my bed. A little anticlimactic, huh? But that was You taste that, chat? That's called sussy streamer moments. Yum. Anticlimactic. I didn't go further. I mean, Damien with mind reading might be sad. Oh, careless. No, I don't want to think about that. Was more than enough for PG-16. Sorry, it's just because I'm rated R. My bad. Yes, EOS. I slowly sat up, stretching from the tiredness that still lingered. I felt a very soft pain on my neck and shoulders, and I could feel my swollen lips pulse gently and healing. Damien, no. However, when I looked down at my body, I saw that my shirt had been pulled back up and rebuttoned as if nothing happened between me and James. I was just missing my ribbon. Before I turned to get out of bed, though, I spotted my ribbon on the pillow beside the one I slept on. It was tied in a nice bow around a red rose that was freshly bloomed with a small note attached to it. I gently slipped the note from the tie and opened it to read it.
I apologize for indulging myself as I did. I hope that you will not dislike me when you awaken.
Aww. I stared at the note, unbelieving what I read. Why would I dislike him? I let it happen, and I enjoyed it. It was cute, though, to imagine him asking for forgiveness for something we both did and enjoyed. I brought the rose to my nose and gently inhaled its soft fragrance. I indulged myself too, James. Dislike him, blasphemous. I looked at the time out of curiosity. The large white numbers on my phone showed 5:31 p.m. Yikes. 4 hours of being knocked out? And I still feel tired? It was Sunday, so I was allowed to sleep longer if I wanted to. The remainder of the night passed by, surprisingly uneventful. The boys continued to train with each other, but were kind enough to stop and make me dinner. I was glad for that. Unsurprisingly, the food was perfect, but it felt a little empty without the boys to eat with me. They most likely had already eaten, but still, I felt lonely. I couldn't let it bother me. I ate and went back to my room to study and sleep. Surprisingly, I felt good going to bed that night. I felt like I could have a peaceful sleep after the previous rough nights I had. I felt good. Okay. I'm gonna save. Because it's been 3 hours and 30 minutes and it is 7 a.m. for me. And I have to be up at 10 for an appointment and then 2:30 for a doctor's appointment. Haha. I would be good going to sleep after that too. I had my fun, I think. I think we've had our fun, right, chat? We kept going with James. Yes. Good choice. Thank you for the stream. No, thank you guys for hanging out and being with me. I really appreciate it. It was super fun that I got to do this with you guys. I really wanted to get into an Otome game again, so this was awesome, and I'm really happy that I got to do it. Okay, tonight I think I will not do thank you very much. Funny silly bunny needs sleep. Yes, I do. I need sleep. Okay, let me quit this game. Quit the game, and then we'll go to just chatting. Kel, are you still there? Kel, my lovely chest. My chest boy. Come here. Oh, come on, Kel. Be a good boy and come here and help me. If not, I'm gonna guess he went to bed. If not, I can do it to myself. I think I can sleep happily tonight too, just like her. Yes, Zane. We're very happy campers. Okay. I think Kel is dead, so I'm gonna do my shout outs and then we'll end stream. Yeah. Okay, so who came in today? I'll do the first ones that I know, which is Careless. And then we have Masta. the silent shout out as always. And then we have Did I do that wrong? I didn't do that wrong. Did it not show up? I have to do it again. Okay, let's do it again. There it goes. Ooh, this is new. I have not seen this clip before. Interesting. I'm intrigued. Yeah, I'm ending now, Derek. It's okay, it's okay. Me? No, I was never here. Of course, you were never here. And the lovely EOS came by.
Where you at? Oh. I was like, what? It says you're right here.
Sauce. Couldn't help. I was out with the boys. It's okay, Derek. But since Derek has come in, that dang clip. Let's give a shout out to Derek, and then let's give a shout out to our lovely. Of course. Thank you for being here, Eos. Is one bit confused? Talk about it as you.
Oh my gosh!
Okay, and then who else came in today? Oh yeah, gotta give a shout out for my baby boy T. Super sweet with the gifted subs today. Oh, the
bro.
The peak.
Oh, you thought you had that kill, bro. You thought he had that kill, bro.
Aw, T. Oh no. The disappointment in his face is very apparent. Okay. Let's see. And our very hunky, handsome vampire lord came in today.
I still love
you. Shout out for him.
Oh my fucking.
I was
Oh my god, that
again.
fucking.
Jesus Christ, his clip is so loud. My ears. Oh my god. I swear, every time it's a clip from him, it's the fucking loud one. I swear, every time he has so many clips. Every time I play one, it's the fucking loud one. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, you guys. I hate it here. I love him, but Jesus Christ, his clip is so fucking loud every time. Oh yeah. Okay. My god, my ear holes hurt. Okay. Anywho, I hope that woke you guys up. It woke me up. I don't remember who else came in today. Oh, Rogue came in today. I got one for Rogue. Yeah, I'm getting the sleepy Banui. The sleepy Banuis. I'm getting Eepy. Little Mimis. We all got jump scared on that one. Unfortunately, yes. Oh, he has a pretty little skin. Oh, nice. Wow. Aeon? Okay. Sick. Okay. And then Art also came in today. Code name Artemis.
Are you sucking? Hey, yo, I listen, Dusty. I never said I did not suck at this game. I suck big pee-pee. Big pee-pee.
Oh my god, apparently art sucks big pee-pee, you guys. You're welcome. You heard it here first. Art sucks big pee-pees. Okay. Let's see, the last shout out is for my mod who came in today and did work for us. Relatable.
What about you? You cool? Are you okay? You don't do. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa,
Okay.
whoa, whoa,
Okay,
whoa, 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 whoa.
Nice, nice. Love that for him. Okay. And I can't remember any. Oh, well, that's an old one. Oh, now you're here, sir. No, I'm just kidding. I know, an Elden Ring clip. That's crazy. I don't remember anyone else who came in today. If you were my friend and you came in, I'm sorry that I forgot to shout out because my brain is poop. Oh, Fubs! Yes, 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 yes. Luckily, I saw his name. I almost forgot to give him a shout out. S.O. Nakim Fubs. What do you mean did I get Joe? Joe didn't come in today. Sir. I only shout out people who came in today.
Holy fuck.
Me confusion. What do you mean she was? She didn't come in today. I don't remember seeing her. Do y'all remember seeing Joe? She didn't come into the stream today. She was sleepy. Yeah. I don't remember seeing her. I remember seeing 𝐒𝐬. Lies and propaganda. No way. Did I say hi to her? I don't. Oh my god. Okay. Well, go ahead. Give her a shout out. I didn't remember. Oh, okay. I believe you. Usually I see her, but I don't remember spotting her. Okay. I believe you. Go ahead, Kel. Kel can talk to her and fix her. Go, Kel. Give her shout out, Kel. Go, 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 go. Go do your job. Do your job, Kel. Do your job.
Looks like that chandelier got the drop on you.
Oh no, not the puns.
I'm missing so many gems. Dang.
Alright.
And the clip was too long. If she died, the clip was too long. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Kel, dear diary. Dear diary, I am a sussy chess boy. Okay. Okay. Enough. It is that time, you guys. It is time for me to end stream. Thank you everyone for who came. I hope you guys enjoyed this game. I definitely plan on doing this game again. It's a lot easier on my throat because I don't have to voice act everything. So it's awesome. I just have to do me. And be the funny silly MC who gets all the men. Love that for me. Okay. But thank you guys. I appreciate you all. And I'll see you next time.